It's like I clicked it right as it was taken and showing you had like I had 3 seconds left. Hopefully everybody's doing good today. I see there's quite a few of y'all already in here. My goodness. Cheers everybody in here. Caravel Drawing, Jax, Simon Newby, Connor, Peter Scott, Luna Laws, Adam Does Gogglebox, Nika Chief, Bill Tone, Daniel. Cheers to you, homie. Daniel from Embrace the Suck 21, which keep a watch out because Saturday the interview with them comes out. So, and I added a little bit of extra stuff in there. I, I enjoyed the interview. It was a really nice interview. Stephen Kirkpatrick, Graham Whiting, Colin Lewis. So this is one of those. Never quite done one like this. So any questions y'all might have for me, go ahead and ask away. What's up, Lex? Cheers to you, man. Robo Gaming. What happens if you get scared to death 2 times in a row? I guess you're completely dead at that point. Doing good today, sir. Doing good today. I am going to go on ahead and let y'all know that one of the things that next Thursday is my kids' last day of school. So starting next week, you're only going to take and get 1 upload a day from me instead of the normal 2. I'm going to have to take and change kind of the way I actually am able to take and or when I can record. I plan on having the kids on a schedule this summer so that way they don't get too far offline for whenever school takes and comes out or comes back in August. So I'll have very much 1 video a day. So yeah, please watch the IT crowd, the IT crowd. Sure. I plan on it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I plan on reacting to that I haven't gotten to yet. Yes, I'm so far behind on Bad Lads Army. I did episode 1. I meant to do episode 2. I've yet to take and get to it. I keep just right down the line on stuff, and I need to take and do Open All Hour season 1, episode 1. Now that I've done the pilot, so I have massive anxiety, like massive anxiety. I have, I've gotten to where I've learned some coping mechanisms, and I've also started using like Delta 8 to kind of help. Because anytime I went to the doctor over here for my anxiety, they want to give me stuff like Zoloft and gabapentin. And the Zoloft just makes me mean as a rattlesnake, and it did no good. It didn't, because I still had panic attacks and everything like that. The gabapentin, I was like, I took it for like 3 weeks and was like, yeah, this is doing kind of the same thing that Zoloft did. It's not really working anything or anything like that. So I do have massive anxiety problems. Depending on how I'm able to manage it, anxiety can turn into depression. I haven't ever really been like, I'm not like clinically depressed or anything like that, but you do get bouts of like, or at least I have short-term type depression where just like, because I feel so overwhelmed. Like it gets to the point I can go into Walmart. There's too many people in Walmart. I'm like this. I'm like, all right, I've got to get out of here. I've told my wife before, you go ahead. I'm going to go back to the car. I'll wait for you. There's just too many people in here. And I just, there's times where I have to take and do things to make sure I don't take and get overwhelmed. So I do not. Now I do take and I do want to take and get at least a shotgun so I can do hunting because I love to hunt. Whenever I get a chance to, at least I love to take and hunt. I like hunting deer. I like hunting squirrel, which I've got my brother. He owns some guns, and he's got like 22s, and I get a pellet rifle for squirrel hunting. But I do not own a gun currently. No. Cheers, Carl, Paul, Chris, everybody that's in here, because at this point it's almost too hard to take to take and actually say everybody. Food that takes you back to being a child. Oh man. Yeah. I would have to take and say that it would be, for me, it's fried soft shell crab, because my favorite breakfast in the world is it's it's breakfast. It's grits, sunny side up eggs, bacon, a soft shell crab or two that's been fried. And anytime I have soft shell crab, it takes me back to being a kid and growing up and being at my grandmother's house during the summertime and eating those for breakfast and then sometimes eating for dinner and stuff like that. So, best comedy so far. Ooh, that's hard. Ay. Best comedy so far. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think, unfortunately, y'all won't see this. Unfortunately, you won't see it because with the way I've started doing my recordings and everything like that, with the two screens, sometimes or with the two instances of OBS, sometimes when I'm just starting up, I get to the point I don't pay attention enough as I get it up because I'm so ready to get into recording that I recorded Billy Connolly's dwarf on a bus, and that might be the funniest bit I've heard anybody do so far. That shit just had me rolling. I was in his. That shit is absolutely hysterically funny. That might be my favorite, and unfortunately, y'all won't see it. So, let's see. Now, I will tell y'all that one of the things I am doing, especially now that summer's coming around, I'm gonna have my kids. I'm starting to take a look at different editing techniques within Adobe Premiere Pro. So might be next week, might be 2 weeks from now, might be 3 weeks from now. Once I decide, okay, I know enough or I'm able to take and do it, you're gonna start seeing. Oh, awesome, homie. How's baby and wifey? How's baby and the wife? That is awesome. Congratulations, Stodgy. What up, JV? But you're gonna start seeing a different kind of reaction. I've done the back and forth type skits where I take and give commentary critique that way. But once I feel comfortable with the techniques I'm learning and stuff like that, and start integrating them, and it won't be for every video. It'll be like once, twice a week. Yeah, it's gonna be different from what everybody else within the reaction sphere is doing. So it's just getting to that point. It's kind of aggravating. Yorkshire Gold. I try to take and have at least 2 cups a day. Sometimes, I'm gonna be honest with you. Right now, I'm on a diet. A lot of stuff I've been drinking has been like water. Today is one of my cheat days. I'm drinking some Dr. Pepper right now. But I try to take and have at least 2 cups a day. Yorkshire Gold, like just, I don't know if it's the first one, the first ones that I had, and it's so good that it just default favorite. But as you're a hunter, which I hate, I'm not going to watch you anymore. Goodbye. Okay, then. Bye. No offense, but we're all different. We all have different interests. You might do something I don't like. If you had a YouTube channel, like, I don't understand that mindset. Like, I'd rather take and hunt. I'd rather take and get something that, number one, I'm spending time with my brother. Number two, I'm getting physical exercise. Number three, I know where the animal comes from because it's in the woods. It's wild. If not, it's bad conservation practices, since deer have taken overrun things. That could be bad for the motorists in the area. Also bad for farmers' crops during the summer times and stuff like that. So it's a conservation thing. And then also on top of that, it's cleaner meat. It's leaner meat. It's healthier meat. So, bye. Simple as that. I don't understand the mindset of, oh, you do something I don't like, bye. All right, cool. No caffeine. I've got quite a few that are sitting in both of the Discords, the paid Discord for the members and also the free Discord that that I've not even tried to upload. because I just know that it's going to get blocked. And that's mostly actually in the members Discord. That's because it's a perk that they take and get. Like I've got Only Fools and Horses season 1 episode 1, which I need to start. I need to take do season 1 episode 2, and then also Bottom season 1 episode 1, which those Only Fools and Horses here in about the next 2 weeks. I'm gonna move it over to the free one because it's been there long enough as an exclusive. So, but yeah, that's never. The only time you're going to see me do a beer review is if somebody sends it to me, or if I can find an English or, Scottish or Irish beer or something like that, or Welsh beer at the bottle store when I take and go hunt for the liquors for my for my liquor reviews that I've been doing. So, old Stone Age word for someone who couldn't fish or hunt: dead. Actually, I'd love to take and see Cornwall. I want to take and see. That's the thing. London's only going to be a small. When I go, London's only going to be a small part, like massively small part. Day, maybe 2. I want to see everywhere else. I want to take and see the countryside. I want to take and go to Wales. I want to take and go to Scotland. I want to go to Northern Ireland. I don't want to take and just be in a big city. I live out in the country, so I think probably, and all the pictures that I see that are so beautiful are of countryside. They're not of massive cities; they're of countryside. The architecture is cool in the cities and stuff like that for some of them, but I love the countryside pictures. I want to see that with my own 2 eyes. So, see, that's the thing. I don't have a whole lot of friends that take and do RPGs. Once I can get things down to where I can actually do a one-shot finally, like a D&D one-shot, I would love to take and record that, in which I'll bring that up with my Discord folks, that because I plan on running one. Cheers, everybody that's in here. I see you, Moose. I see you, Gina, Lee. Thank you so very much for that. Thank you. You didn't have to do that. I greatly appreciate that, though. There's like 3 or 4 more Gurkha based videos that I'm gonna be taking a look at. Like that shit's, I'm just fascinated now because just that indomitable spirit that they've got, that absolutely warrior mentality they have is just, I want to take and see, I want to know more. I want to see more. So, let's see. Thank you, Colin. Let's see. And see, that's the thing right there. The Black Ops is that's what we all take and play at nighttime. Thank you so very much. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. I do plan on reacting to more Carl Pilkington. It's crazy because with all the copyright issues that we have taken to doing reactions, all right, anything Ricky Gervais based, like, which that's where a lot of Carl's content is on YouTube, is like the podcast or like the Learning English with Ricky Gervais, which was fucking hilarious. Oh my God. I seen somebody else. Well, that was the only episode of that. That's the only one he needed. That's just, my God, in the annals of comedy history, that was genius, brilliant, just gold. The problem with Top Gear UK, with that. I tried taking and doing, because I got requested the Reliant Robin shuttle, right? So I got requested that quite a few times. Did a reaction to it, uploaded, blocked. And like Top Gear, they don't, like, that's tightly protected by them. Like, highly protected is Top Gear UK. So, you can go with that. I have yet to take and be there, but I know that the pride that y'all have within each county, that's one of the cool things to see, because like the only time we got pride in counties around here is depending on what high school football team you're rooting for, because your kid goes there or you went there and graduated from that high school. Anybody that sends any kind of flag or anything like that, like these right here, these were sent to me by somebody. These postcards were all sent to me. And then this flag that was sent, I was like, I need to do something more than just, Mick sent this right here to me. And I was like, it looks kind of lonely up there. So anything I get that's like the flags or like the postcards, I'm going to start putting on the wall. But, oh my goodness. Thank you so very much. I think I've had the beard for like 2 years, over 2 years now. It's like 2 years. Now I'll take and sometimes trim it down pretty nicely. Like it won't be quite as long, but it doesn't take long for it to start getting some length to it. But as far as like having the beard, 2 years is how long I've been growing it. Blake TV, cheers, homie. Hopefully Pops is all right. What up, Rajay? Zeno, Mazza, Graham. I'll check out Rod Gilbert, which let me bring up my notepad real quick so that way I can actually save it down. So I've seen that name before. I go through my comments on my videos. The problem is like keeping everything organized once you can see it, or actually going through and trying to sort through the comments to find certain stuff that's been recommended. Because I've seen Rod Gilbert before. I've reacted to Dylan Moran. I plan on looking at more. Let's see. Now I noticed somebody up there. Somebody asked me if I watch soccer, which football. When I'm able to, when I can catch it on like TV or something like that, or if I can catch it on Peacock TV or Peacock Premium, I will watch it. A lot of times I'll take in, especially if I've got the time and I don't have anything else planned. If Redmond TV is on, and there's a match, I'll listen to them. So Miss Brown's Boys, I actually had a live stream that was had to take and wait for about 5 minutes for the live stream to come back up, but that took and got that got a live stream chopped. So I'll react to Mrs. Brown Boys, whether or not you see it on here or whether you have to take and go to the Discord servers for it. It'll be in one of those places. I'll try though. I have not, but it's going on the list now. Oh wow, it's crazy because early January, like the first week of January, I was at 1.3 thousand subscribers. No, it was December. December, I was at 1.3 thousand subscribers. And the Al Murray video took off out of nowhere. I'd started listening. I'd started reacting to Grime again because I'd started working in gaming material and stuff like that. But I started reacting to Grime again. And it was like, all right, well, cool. All of these, I was like, man, all of these rappers their accents are so different. I'm getting told, oh, they're from over there. His accent's from over here. So I was like, well, I know there's more than one English accent. So see how many different countries have an English accent. And then it's like, I know just by listening to the Grime that the UK, England itself has more than one accent, and it's like, so, and the funny thing is I took and I reacted to I don't know if it's so much Grime, but a rap artist from Ireland. And it was like, dude, even, so taking and watching that and then taking and watching the accents video from around the UK and then the comment section of that, like just breaking down, hey, look, there's way more accents of this in Scotland. There's way more accents of this in Northern Ireland. That's not even the full breadth of this is old. So I got I got highly people just, oh, this, that, and the other talking about as far as the accents, and it's not even, it doesn't even have all of them. It's all, it change every 20 miles. Well, hey, while you're looking at this, can you look at this? And somebody told me to look at the cheese rolling. Somebody else told me to look at like the Aether Stone. So it just kind of snowballed from there. My interest was already peaked, and I was like, holy crap, because I just from reading the comments, I'd learned so very much. It was crazy. Holy shit, Mickey. Bruh. Thank you so very much, man. Thank you so much. You're too kind, man. Wow, holy crap. I'm trying to take and find some more questions now. Holy crap. I actually watched season 1, episode 1 of Black Books. That show is hilarious. I want to watch more of it. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Hope you can do Billy Connolly's Wildebeest sketch and Bottom-Headed State. Yeah, I want to take and react to the stage show itself, but I'll take a look for the Wildebeest sketch. Tunis! What's... what? Oh. Yeah? I guess. Thank you so much, Simon. I greatly appreciate that. That's a show right there. That one. Well, I don't even know how to pronounce it. What Wiedersehen Pet? I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but I know a lot of times the W is pronounced like a V. That's something I want to try to take like full episodes of, because I've been told that I'll take and get like a wide range of like different accents. I'm trying to remember. It's a specific area though for the characters, the main characters in it, that their accent is from, and I can't remember. Like my head's so bad, it's not even funny. Where in the UK would you like to visit? Everywhere, like legit everywhere. I want to see everything. Me and the wife, if everything goes according to plan, me and the wife plan on moving over there with the kids for at least a year, if not a little bit longer. That way we can see somewhere outside the U.S. and experience life, not just like an extended visit, but life within somewhere outside the U.S., but also the kids can take and see some culture outside the U.S. as well. And doing that outside of taking and going over there, and I want to take and go for at least a month before we do that, and take and see as much as possible. I want to take and see the white cliffs that were over there. There at the sea. I want to take and see that. I want to see everything, man. I want to take and see all the Gothic architecture that we don't have over here. I want to see all of that. There's so much history over there. I want to see Hadrian's Wall. I want to see all of it. Let's see. Trying to make sure. Let's see. I don't think that would be allowed over here because I know you can't sell it over here. So that I reacted to live. Me and Blake TV reacted to that live. That was hilarious. I have to agree. Mises. I have yet to take a react to anything about Mises. I know he's got a pretty decent following though. Let's see. Let's see. Wait a minute. Oh wow. That's pretty cool. British alternative comics like Stuart Lee, Kevin Eldon, Richard Herring. I had Laurel and Hardy. They're funny. I do like their stuff. The Garden of England. I like that. When I do go over there, I'm gonna take and try to make sure that I let it be known beforehand that I'm heading over there. And then once I'm over there, once I go to specific places, I'm going to try to find a spot. So anybody that's within the area, you want to come meet, we'll take and meet. We'll have a couple beers or something. Just shoot the shit, man. I like shooting the shit a lot. Different music crowds like festivals, rock metal shows. Highly recommend AC/DC in Argentina. Crowd is nuts. See, I'll probably take and have stuff like that on the music channel. My thing is with music, whenever you get bigger bands and stuff like that, you really even trying to take and do live concerts, take and react to live concerts. A lot of times that'll get blocked, which I might have to. I've started disputing stuff, and it'll stay blocked for like a week or so sometimes. Which, as long as it's lifted, I'm fine with that. So I'm gonna start reacting to stuff like that on the music channel. Man, that's one of the most aggravating things, because depending on what you react to, like I've had days where I'll react 2-3 videos, get them uploaded, and like 2 out of the 3 are blocked, and then I've taken react to even more, record even more stuff the next day, get it edited and get something up on the channel, so that way that block video, it gets rescheduled for the future, or it gets unlisted, so that way once that block is lifted, I can actually schedule it out for the channel. So that's one of the only downsides of doing this sometimes, is just how aggravating some of the stuff can be. Like the Discord server with the other people that have actually, thank you so very much, Paul. Awesome. That's another thing. I want to take a look at Fred Dibna, his Age of Steam. I want to start looking at that on the channel as well. I might have to take and just start doing, since I've got limited time here coming up, just like a certain show or something like that on certain days. So, but thank you so very much for that. And I was saying something before that, I forgot what I was saying, but check out Dover Castle. I did see somebody ask if there's any castles here in the U.S. I don't think we do. I think like Canada might have one. I think somebody might have built one somewhere in Canada, but here in the U.S., I don't think we have any. Yeah, that's going to be a big thing. I have to do that. My big thing is I like to I do a lot of fly by the seat of your pants, like a lot of fly by the seat of your pants. It's just, I think so much on the fly on things. Like I'll have something planned that I want to take and get recorded, and then I won't wind up recording it, or I'll take and push it off to the next day, and I'll record like 3 or 4 videos other than what I had initially planned on. And then I'll take and get that all edited and scheduled. And the next day I'll take and react to what I had planned. So it's, I'm definitely, for the trip over there, I definitely do need to take and list and actually plan some stuff, so it's not so fly by the seat of your pants. American comedy series. Favorite American comedy series. What? Whose line is it anyway? I think that's my favorite. Anything comedy related as far as the show is concerned. That, maybe the Chappelle Show. Like the Chappelle Show, those skits and everything he did, freaking brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I think Key and Peele as well are funny, but I think just for how much I've enjoyed it, I think probably Whose Line Is It Anyway? I think that's probably my favorite. See, I did not even realize that. I know we got some large estate style places, but I wasn't sure that we had castles. No, I do not. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm terrified of motorcycles. Terrified of at least riding on them. I think they're cool, man. Really cool, but I have a fun enough time on a bicycle. Like, I was never very good at riding a bicycle, and I liked riding bicycles. Just, I don't know. I think it's also because, like, I know people who have laid their bikes down. I know people with family members that have died riding motorcycles and stuff like that. So I think that's always kind of put that kind of like, towards motorcycles. But I'd probably get on one and absolutely love it because I hate I hate heights, but I love doing stuff like roller coasters and things like that. So South Carolina, and yes, they are different. Here we've got. I live in what's called the Low Country. It's flat. Like South Carolina is hella flat. I I'm from originally from Alabama. I've lived here in South Carolina most of my life, like since I was like 9 years old. There's no hills around here. Like you have to take and drive almost 2 hours to find the first hill. Well, it's crazy. Like it's so flat in this area. It's also so it's called the Low Country because I think a lot of this area is below sea level. Charleston's below sea level, and I think it doesn't really take and get too high above sea level till you get to like Somerville, which is like 20 minutes away from Charleston. So, but it's all flat. Not only that, South Carolina, the historical stuff that's and the people like you've got the Gullah culture, which is from the Gullah Islands. They're off of the coast of like Charleston, Beaufort, and stuff like that. The people, their language and stuff like that, it's called Geechee. So you've got a lot of that that's bled into like Charleston culture, a lot of the like dishes and stuff like that. Um, Everything around here is either based around the lake because we have two large man-made lakes in the area. We've also got the Atlantic Ocean. You take up North Carolina, a lot of things are more mountain type related because a lot of the state has mountains in it. Mountains are pretty good sized foothills, and then it's buttressed against the ocean. So the variance in the two states is a lot more. It's a lot wider than what a lot of folks would take and really think. To be honest with you. Look. Pronounce what is that? Leicestershire? I don't know. I've got Storm, who's a dog, and we've got Simba, who's a cat. I'm trying to remember what they call the little one because we've got another small cat, and the kids and the wife named them something else. I call him Titty because you try to pick him up as a kitten, and he trying to scratch and get away from you and stuff like he just don't like being held. He's a touch me not. So I called him Titty, like Titty Baby. What do they call him? I can't even remember at this point. Pumpkin. I'm like, you name a male cat Pumpkin. Yeah, I'd be pissed. I'd call him Titty. Leicestershire then. Oh, okay, cool. Cheese shop sketch, Monty Python. At the moment, I actually need to get with Jody's expat life, and then also SoGal. I know she's got some stuff. It'll be later in June before I'm able to take and do an interview with her. Due to the kids being home start next week, you'll probably start seeing me take and interview some of the people that I know on YouTube that they've been with me kind of either from the beginning or not long after the beginning. Like Blake TV, I'm going to take and interview him. So I'm going to take and kind of stretch a little bit outside of the reactor world just because it's kind of out of necessity and the fact that I like interviewing. Also, let me get the boys' channel real quick. I did take and get next week. You will see an interview. And actually, he reached out to me to interview me, which I was absolutely blown away by. Dominic Barstow. He's a 14-year-old kid. He's got autism. His podcast, the world according to the autistic kid. He took and reached out to me, asked me if he could interview me. I've got to step up my game. Number one, as an interviewer. And number two, had a fantastic time talking with the kid. Like, it was awesome. Love watching rugby. Anytime I get a chance to watch rugby, whether it be Peacock Premium or something like that, like, I love watching rugby. Every so often, I'll catch it on NBC Sports channel. But so yeah, this link that I dropped right here, that is Dominic's channel. Next week, I believe at some point in time, because he said it'll be 3 or 4 days, and we did an interview yesterday, so it might be Monday, maybe Tuesday. He sat down and interviewed me, so thoroughly enjoyed it. That kid, he's got a bright future as far as an interviewer because he's already so good. He's interviewed people within the world of that deal with autism, like professors and stuff like that. He's interviewed the drummer for Bon Jovi. Just looking on his channel, he's interviewed former footballer and podcast host Patty Miller, Watford and Brentford keeper Richard Lee, Ann Hegarty, which I'm not sure who that is, but Elgin City chairman Graham Tatters. Like, he's done some pretty cool interviews. So whenever I get the money, whenever I get the money. Fuck no. I hate our politics here in the US completely. I don't give a fuck what party it is, because you know what? They both take a rail against each other and then make backdoor deals against the shit that they fucking rail against. I hate our fucking politics. Trump, fuck him. I did not like him. Biden, fuck him. I do not like him. Obama had potential, but fuck him. Do not like him. Goddamn, that bastard put us just as many places as everybody else fucking did. Had an aborted attempt at what the fuck healthcare should fucking look like. Just fucked it all up. Fucking Bush Jr., fuck that bastard. I hate our fucking politics because we're being lied to fucking from both parties at both ends, and the only out that they can help their fucking corporatist fucking sponsors. That's the only fucking thing our politicians give two shits and a flying fuck about. They don't care about us one fucking whit. So it is on, it's the member Discord. Give me once this is over with, I'll take and put it in the free one, the Only Fools and Horses one. And see, this is the reason why I don't get into politics. Like, I try my best not to. I hate politics over here. I just, full disclosure, I've ran political pages on Facebook before. It makes me so absolutely fucking insane. I mean, it makes me completely fucking insane following politics, because I went from identifying as fucking, I've identified as a fucking Democrat, as a fucking Republican, as a Libertarian. Now I'm fucking apolitical. I don't give a flying fuck. They're all full of shit. Our system, all of the people over here, socialism. I don't know if we get this as socialism, without taking and seeing the fact that you buy your home here. You pay that motherfucker off. You don't pay taxes on it. They take it from you. Once you take and completely pay something off, you shouldn't have to pay taxes on it anymore. Same thing with your vehicle. Like, what the fuck? We got taxes taken out for our fucking fire departments, for our police departments, for all these different little fucking things that would be considered socialist fucking programs. And these motherfucking eggheads over here can't figure out that we have the fucking underpinnings of socialism already. So that's the reason why I hate fucking politics. So let's see. I hate talking to men. I really do. The only reason why I've said anything is because it was brought up. So let's see. Detroit AI. I don't know. They don't have fucking socialism. They don't have fucking socialism at all. They've got a large social fallback plan, but they've got a over here. People are like, oh, free market politics. They've got a freer market than what the U.S. does. They've got a more unregulated market than what the U.S. does. They don't have socialism. They've got large social programs. Large social programs do not constitute socialism. Socialism is a form of government that controls. And when people go, oh no, socialism, the government, no. The people under the government, the people is what the government recognizes themselves as. So the people having, the fruits of their labor and stuff like that and the control of their labor, the government is the people under socialism. That's not the case in Norway. Because they even have employee controlled businesses and stuff like that, collectives basically. That's not socialism. They don't have socialism. There should be a join button, which let me check. Go to your channel live. Yeah, if you check the join button, that's how you join the channel membership. One of the things also that I will be doing, other than since I'm only be putting one video out a day, I'm going to be recording more stuff specifically for my members and for the free Discord people. Just because I'm gonna try to take and have things scheduled out to where when I do my recording, I'll do one for the channel, and then I'll take and do another video, and I'll either place it in one or two places, either as a perk for my members or as something for the people that are in the free Discord, just for the fact they're supporting me. Give me a second, and I'll take and get you a link for the free Discord, because for whatever reason, I don't have it right here on hand, at least not a link for it. Let's see. Copy. All right. So, well, that's not going to look right. All right, here we go. Eclectic Beard. Yes, invite. Edit. Never. Let's see. No limit. Generate a link. Copy. All right, so here you go. Paste. All right, so there you go. Discord link right there. Dude, I think I missed a window, but I planned on taking it. If you see anything buzzing around, for whatever reason, I got a fly that's in here. Summertime in the South sucks ass because all the bugs come out. Only time I ever see fruit flies in the South is during summertime. And they find their way in the house. And for whatever reason, I guess they're kind of like moths. They like light or something. They find their way into wherever I'm recording at. So, I've already done that. And the channel that I took, whose video I used, they give me a copyright strike. So it's crazy to watch that though. Like completely insane to watch it. Hurling looks awesome. Not even going to lie. Hurling looks awesome. Like I've taken and watched a couple of the old matches that are available to watch on YouTube just because it looks freaking cool. I would watch something like that here in the U.S. Let's see. Sign in Discord, go to settings, connection, put YouTube account there. All this fucking rain. Got shit, all kind of shit finding its way into the fucking house, unfortunately. Let's see, Discord that you. Oh, okay. Did not know that. Be sent more of. I've been sent 2 t-shirts. Nobody sent me any whiskey. All the whiskey that I've gotten, that I've reviewed, I bought out of pocket. I don't have any like stuff. I'm like, oh, I wish y'all'd send me this. Like, I'm just appreciative that I'm sent anything, because it's not something. The funny thing is, and I tell folks this, and I don't know how much they believe it. You always plan to get to a certain spot with your YouTube channel, or at least If you're doing YouTube and you want to make something of it, you should have a plan to get to a certain spot. But you plan on it. When it happens, it's a lot of times unexpected when it happens sometimes. Some people take and do it for years and they see the payoff. Sometimes it's like me where everything just kind of exploded. I've been doing it for a year. I'd finally gotten monetized like 2 months previously, and just everything blew up and I was, so yeah, you got to have plans, but I don't think anybody, once you get to that point, it's one of those things where it's like, so to have stuff sent, that's something that it's just so greatly appreciated. I don't ever have the mindset of, I wish they'd send this, that, or the other, because to me, that sounds ungrateful of the position. Let's see. So you probably know what I'm talking about then. It's just, the South sucks, man. It really does. Location or attraction are you looking forward to seeing in England other than watching the TT? I don't know, to be honest with you. Like, I want to see that. I want to see Hadrian's Wall. I want to see that because I think that's just the fact that there's still portions of that around. So freaking cool. Because that's so old. I really don't have any certain like place I want to see the most. It's just I'm so curious. I want to see it all. Let's see. Depends on who you get it from, because not all moonshine is created equally. Like, not all moonshine tastes the same. Not everybody that makes it knows what the fuck they're doing. I've gotten moonshine before and cut it so much that it froze in the fucking freezer. And I was like, I took it back to fellas like, that ain't supposed to happen, cuz. So I got it from I got it the next one free, and thank God it was better. Tommy Cooper at sea. Will do. I've done like live streams where people do donations and I take a react off of the donation, but you just taking, I'm gonna be honest with you, doing a donation is not going to put your stuff up any quicker just because I've got such a backlog. Like, just for real, I've got such a backlog. So just let me know your request, and as soon as I'm able to get to it, man, I'll get to it. Cumbrian dictionary on the internet, local dialect. I have not. Cumbrian dictionary. Leave that up and go through it. I do have some stuff like speaking Scouse and the little book of Yorkshire dialect and a book on how to speak Geordie. So highly tuned car. Yeah, that's exactly how it began. Trying to get away from the law. So for fun, they'd take and race their cars around. They'd be fully loaded with moonshine too. That's the crazy thing when it first started. Man, I got that one spot right there that don't want to stay there. Stop being so wild and out there. I've got the young ones actually bookmarked. I have not. I'm going to let you know right now, Porridge is going to be on the Discord servers. Just cause the actual just little clip that I took and reacted to, because I reacted to Risque Books, that clip, it was blocked for 3 days. So that's going to wind up being put in Discord. High tax on spirits. That's crazy. Why would you have, I say that we've got pretty high tax depending on what state you're in. Korean Billy, yes, I have. I've watched a good bit of his stuff. Like he's gotten different people with English accents to take and compare the English accents from like South Africa, Australia, and different places like that. He's done quite a. he's done some interesting stuff. Like his channel's pretty legit. Nope. Nope. Uh, yeah, no, that's not. I eat crackers or something before I did that. That or just drink water until I could find a way to get some different food. Oh dear God, that's actually funny. Let's see. Did I see something on here? I just seen something that's escaped my. Anyways, $18. Holy crap! Well, there's certain stuff like if I were to take and do a full like episode reaction to the porridge, that's not gonna be unblocked. That's gonna stay blocked completely. Like it's, and here's my thing too. Like there's a lot of times that these companies that take and do the claims or that block stuff, like some things they'll take and I have no problem with it being out whatsoever. Like Lee Evans, I've reacted to 3 Lee Evans videos, and 2 of them are blocked, just straight up blocked, and they didn't become unblocked. Like that shit's heavily protected. There's BBC stuff I reacted to, and it just blocked right off the rip, and it don't become unblocked. Like there's stuff they, for whatever reason, only fools and horses. Forget doing a full episode. Forget it. Bottom, forget it. I don't know what it is, but there's other stuff like the open all hours. No problem whatsoever. I didn't even have a claim on that. I was like, what the hell? Same thing with like, it's just weird. Like Morecambe and Wise, half the stuff I've done, it gets blocked. And I don't understand. Like there's no rhyme or reason sometimes, it seems like, for these companies, the stuff they claim or the stuff they block. It's just so inconsistent sometimes. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Look, anybody that joins the membership, I greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. That's not something I expect or anything like that. If you're not able to, or if you'd rather take and be on the free Discord or something like that, man, I have no problems with that whatsoever either. Like it's just, I'm still blown away that so many people watch what I put out, because YouTube and content creation, it's one of those things where it's so gratifying but mind blowing at the same time. I'm a normal fucking dude. Like I live in a fucking single wide trailer. I live in the fucking South. Like I don't I don't take and live in some big fancy house or in a subdivision or anything like that. And I speak with a draw, and I try to take and I don't have the necessary stuff for success according to YouTube, but I'm having pretty good success, and it's all just so, it's still mind blowing to me that I've had the success I've had on YouTube, because I still have that mentality of that channel that has 100 subs. Like there's comments that come in on my videos that are snarky that are just, they're rude or they're snarky. And I want to tell folks, man, fuck off. Because that is still that mindset of that small channel sometimes, where you kind of forget how big the channel has gotten and how much a negative fucking comment or a negative reply to somebody can affect your channel, because somebody might seem like, oh, he's a dick. Like, because at 100 subs, somebody would take and come through and say something that I was like, you know what? Fuck you. And I'd tell them, hey, fuck you. I'd lose 1 sub. I'd lose that sub. That was it. Now it's much higher stakes. So a lot of times I'll still just heart it, and I might take and do something cheeky back to them, take and say something, you know, smartly funny back to them. But as far as like that whole, you know, it's such a change. And that's been one of the biggest things for me, having the channel taken blow up the way it has, is having that, getting out of that small channel mindset where it served me real well, because I still have that drive and the hunger and the work ethic to hustle and take and put out 2-3 videos a day when absolutely possible, and still treat this like I'm still chasing that first 100 subs. So it's just such a massive change, and just like, it's crazy. Storm cameo. Give me 1 second. Let me see if everything. Look, here's the reason why. All right, just right off the rip. Here's the reason why. Most of what we see on TV about England or the UK or any country in the UK, the UK is London. That's what America sees on the TV, London. And it's all posh shit. It's all people that are higher class and shit like that. Most people, you know, working or lower class, they're shown as fucking thieves most of the time on fucking TV. That are as fucking shopkeepers. So, 1 second. There you go. Say hi, Storm. He's getting fat and happy. I'll tell you that right now. He's getting fat and freaking happy. Yeah. Oh, definitely. But I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not so much just having the 50K. It's I think it's coming from the background I've got. Always having to take and work and stuff like that for somebody else and making somebody else money. It's not a lot, but I'm able to bring in money, taking and doing stuff I like to do. So that's kind of what motivates me. Not only that having the 50K, it motivates me to take and want to put out better content. The other thing is too, like I've started learning some different editing and different, like, not animation, but different editing and different like graphic techniques and stuff like that for Premiere Pro. I think the reaction scene as a whole, the way reactions are done, are super stale. I love doing the reactions, but there's like 4 styles of reactions right now. You've got the people that have the green screens, which I've done before. You've got people that have that do like I do, where they're front and center, and you got the small screen, or you got the big screen, they're in the smaller little thing, or they'll take and have it to where they're on one side of the screen, what the react to is on the other side of the screen, and either they'll wind up pushing themselves off, or they'll take and have the video go big, and then they'll take and pop up and talk about what they've seen. One of my favorite things I've done, and it's one of the things that's actually kind of sparked an even more motivation for me. It was the video of the back and forth commentary skit talking, you know, where I just adding that little bit of critique and back and forth between the 2 different characters. That right there is just, I was like, oh my God. And then the feedback I got off of that as well is, so I'm looking at adding some stuff to take and actually transform. I'm wanting to take and do a new way of doing reactions. I'm not going to get too far into anything. I don't want to take and give anything away, but I'm wanting to take and it won't be every video, because then it'll feel overdone. But I want to take and basically create my own style of reaction. A little bit larger production and stuff like that. And also a different type of viewing experience where it's almost like you're watching a TV show itself, with the stuff that I've added in, whether it's the way I parody something, satirize it, or just play off of it. And the different elements I'll take and add depending on what I feel is necessary without overdoing it or taking away from it. So that way, you go in watching a reaction, but by the end of it, it doesn't feel like you're watching a reaction, but you still get that reaction experience. Hurling, absolutely just blown away by the sport of hurling. I'm not even gonna lie. It just that and Gaelic football, I think, but I think hurling is my favorite because of running around. It almost looks like hockey sticks they're running with. At least that's what it reminds me of. I know it's not curved like the hockey stick as much, but it's definitely, they've got that little ball and they take and hit it. It's just so breakneck fast speed that I found it absolutely fascinating. Wow, I'm way behind. Holy shit! Oh, wait till Tucker went down. All right, I don't. See, that's the thing with the live streams. You take a look at any of my videos, the PO box is still on those, right? PO box is still in there. It's down below to follow me on social media. So, but on here you're not going to see it on the live streams because I didn't copy and paste, unfortunately. Hell yeah! Awesome. Completely agree. And fuck the haters. That's mentality I've had to take and just overlook stuff that are just, come back with some kind of cheeky type reply back to them. So that way it's like, oh, okay. Without being like noticeably rude. Basically telling them to go to hell, but just by giving them the directions instead of saying go to hell. Let's see. Oh, one of the things I do, I tried, and I didn't do it this morning. That's one of the reasons why it's so crazy on this side. I do take and I've got a comb. I do have a brush. I've got beard oil. I got beard wash. I got a beard wax, which is mainly for your mustache, but I keep this trimmed enough that I couldn't actually curl it. So that's how I take care of that. Well, thank you. Blake TV is at 815. Blake TV is at 815 subscribers. I don't know how. He's the most entertaining person on YouTube. He's more entertaining than I am. What up, Rob? Cheers to you, homie. Let's see. How far? God damn. I got way behind. Glasgow Bible. Huh. Thank you. Much appreciated. Stay away from the art community. I haven't looked at the differences in the US and UK mainstream media. I don't watch the media here. Unless I absolutely have to, because I'm completely clueless on it. I don't even watch news anymore. I don't care to. Thank you. I don't know how to be anything but real. Like I've had folks take and be like, oh, you come across as so genuine. I'm like, I don't know how not to. I'll take that as a compliment. And they're like, oh, it was meant. So All right, so the name of my arm, right? That's Zoe. That's my that's my 9-year-old. And then on this arm, which, damn it. Anyways, Kirsten. That's my 16-year-old. On, not gonna be able to see it very well. I can't. He's down with StreamYard. Anyways, it's Pinkie Pie, and it's got the name Kindlin up here. That's my 7-year-old. This one, this said Hannah. This one's getting covered because it was such a shit tattoo. This one's getting covered. It's going to take and have Mario and Sonic. Going to take and kind of combine the two, because that's stuff that I played growing up, and I love gaming, and it's what got me into gaming. I'm going to get my daughter Hannah, get her name tattooed on me. I love my wife to death, but no, will not take and get my wife's name tattooed on me. It seems to be bad luck for a lot of folks. Not long after they get a name tattooed, they're having to take and get it covered up. So, one second. Let's see here. Holy shit. I just subbed to your channel. I didn't even, like, you got a lot of cool looking content on your channel. I would definitely be watching. Holy crap. Let's see, wifey. Let's see. No, I did not. Well, see, that's the thing with copyright. Not only will they go after audio, they go after the visual stuff too. So, drama commentary. What kind of drama commentary? You talking about like the channels that talk about like YouTube drama and stuff? Like, no, I'm not. I don't do all that kind of stuff. Okay, so my very first videos on YouTube were actually, and this wasn't an attempt, it's just stuff I uploaded, was eating really, 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 really hot peppers. Like extremely hot peppers. Like ghost peppers, Douglas 7-pot, Carolina Reaper. Didn't make a channel out of that though. I think I uploaded like 4 videos. Just taking upload stuff because I thought it was funny. And, you know, everybody wants to go viral. About 2 years, 3 years after that, I was working for a construction company. I'd started getting into craft beers. All my buddies, they drank Bud Light. And I was like, that's a shit beer. That's for people who don't like the taste of beer. I was like, what? I was like, you ought to take and try Fat Tire by, you know, New Belgium or something like that. It at least has really good flavor for a lager. I like, you know, I'm taking, how much is a 6-pack of that? I'm like, it's a little more expensive, but you're going to take and be through the 12-pack. I'm going to take and drink 3 of the Fat Tires and I'll be good to go. And I'll still have 3 left. You'll have to go buy another 12-pack tomorrow. I'm like, makes more fiscal sense to take and do what I'm doing. So I actually started a YouTube channel, Allen's Beer and Sports, because I also talked college football and NFL, basically to show my buddies the beers that I was enjoying and give my take on them. That's the whole reason why I started on YouTube. Well, the thing about, as far as never getting any views, the thing about it is a lot of folks, and this is one of the things that they don't tell you before you make a YouTube channel. YouTube is big on consistency, number one. And number two, you've got to take, and there's so many things, so many small things that you've got to take and do as far as your description, your titles, thumbnails, tags, to help along with that consistency that a lot of folks I'll see taking upload stuff and they just upload stuff and it never gets anywhere and it's not going to get anywhere. They'll take an upload like they'll upload like July, and then they'll upload again in like November, and then they'll upload again in like October the next year, and then, oh, I've got stuff on YouTube. I don't know why my channel's not growing. Well, you have no consistency. Like nobody knows when to expect when you're putting stuff out. And that's one of the things they don't tell people before, who are like, I want to start a YouTube channel. You got to be consistent. You at least 3 videos a week, at least. Like there's a lot of these travel channels and stuff like that, or vacation type channels and stuff that I don't know how, with the way the algorithm works, other than people are looking for the specific things that they've got out on their channel. Because I don't care if it's gaming, skits, reactions, like just about everything. You've got to have 2-3 videos a week to take and get any kind of traction. And the other thing they don't tell you is you could have a good 50 videos before you even start seeing any kind of traction, because that's finally once YouTube sometimes figures out, oh, I'm going to file them here because this is the kind of content they make. So, let's see. I do need to take a look more at more of the history. So, all sound like pirate. They all sound fucking awesome then. So is it like Jack Sparrow type pirates, or just picking? Sex Pistols. All right. When I get a chance to, I will, and it'll be on the music channel. So, no, actually, no, because right here, this was sent to me like, oh, we want to, they're going to do a sponsored video. And I was like, look, it's nicotine pouches. I dipped. I've smoked, and I moved from smoking to dipping. And to try to get away from that, I'm doing this. I actually prefer this to dipping or the smoking. And I'm wanting to take in here in the very near future, get off of this as well. Jeremy Clarkson do farming program. Oh. Huh. Hopefully I'll be able to take in, because there's certain stuff that y'all can see over there on Amazon that's blocked for me, or it's not available to me. Oh God. One of my subscribers sent it to me. You send a flag or something like that I can put on the wall, it'll go up on the wall. I'll take and have a nice collage of stuff back behind me. Well, thank you for not being a Soviet spy and not being suspicious. We greatly appreciate that. That's my problem is thumbnails. I can do the title and the description. Like, I can do that, but the thumbnails always trips me up. I'm no good at video editing, or not video, but no good at like photo editing. So, Budweiser from the brewery has more flavor than the Budweiser you buy on the shelves. Like, if you get it fresh from the brewery, like the same day or the day after they can it, like hella flavorful. It's sitting at, you don't, once it goes somewhere to take and actually be, put on a shelf, it sits for however long, then it finally makes its way into the store, and it might take and sit in the back of the store. So you could have 4-month-old, 5-month-old beer by the time you get it. It just doesn't taste the same. Like Budweiser straight from the brewery tastes pretty decent. But Bud Light itself, like the light, ugh. Okay, caveat to that. Yes, no Ranger or Celtic supporting flag will be put on the wall, because you are right. That's something I don't want to take and get in the middle of. You want to send it, it'll be off on the side somewhere. It'll be on the wall, but you won't see it. Just putting that out there, like legit, because that's one of those things. Looking at it, I'm gonna look more into just because I'm fascinated with the whole sectarian aspect of it. But I've seen Squirrel catch flack for having a Celtics cup. Like he's got he's caught flack and had people go, I'm unsubscribing, which I think is fucking stupid. Like I understand it's a rivalry, cool beans, but it was sent to him as a gift. Like, chill out. Yeah, it's basically just flavored water. Favorite British made movies? Uh Not off the top of my head. I'm trying to think what British made movies I've seen. Like most of what I've watched movie wise has been all U.S. based. Like other than like Harry Potter or maybe Lord of the Rings was shot in what, New Zealand, but wasn't Tolkien, wasn't he English? I can't remember. I'm getting too old. Going with what angle? No clue what you're talking about, but whatever. If you could clarify what you're talking about, that'd be cool. So, yeah, I've got enough headaches without that kind of stuff. No, no, I have not. No, I have not. The thing is, when I was younger, like way younger, dude, I read everything like I could get my hands on, and a lot of it, especially like history based stuff. Um, but just by taking and watching so much stuff on here, like I now as far as like the stores, no places, I've gotten a better understanding of stuff just by watching, but um, there's still stuff that I'll take and see, and just because you get the gist of what's being said, even if I don't understand the place that's being talked about, because I think every place, regardless, it's recognizable to somewhere else, um, because I don't think people change a whole lot. I don't care where you're at. Culture might be different, but people and the stuff you go through and the stuff that you see, very much a lot of similarities. So I can there's stuff I can identify with if I don't know a place. Uh, cool, send it. It'll go up. Rangers got demoted to the third division to cover a tainted log called Tainted Title. Oh wow. Well, see, that's the that's the kind of stuff that's the kind of stuff I don't understand. Like I understand having rivalries, like I completely understand that, but the level at which it's taken over there is like, wow. I have not. I do plan on it. I've got a lot of Dad's Army like bits and stuff like that bookmarked. I like the old James Bond movies. Um, I haven't really cared for the Daniel Craig James Bond movies. I don't know. He just doesn't seem as smooth or suave or debonair as like Sean Connery. Um, you know, Peter Moore. I'm trying to remember the other fellow's name. Roger Moore, or even the one after Sean. Like I just he doesn't seem. He's just all. I'm like, fuck off with that shit. And really, it's tied between Billy Connolly and I think maybe Lee Evans. Like, and I wish I could do more Lee Evans. That fucker is just. He's so hysterical. But Billy Connolly is one of the best storytellers I've ever seen. I don't know any military secrets. I'm not in the military. What's up, Captain? No, I have not seen Space to Green Wing. Yes. Yes. I'm gonna be honest with you. Wasn't that it was bad. I just did not fucking understand it. The two Ronnies, Cockney rhyming sermon. Like, I got 2 minutes into that reaction and said, click. I was like, I do not understand a thing that's being said, and it makes no sense. It doesn't make enough sense to me to be funny at this point. I just didn't get it. That's one I'm going to revisit. But there has been stuff that people are like, oh, you need to react to this. And I go to react to it. And I'm like, fuck that. Let's see. Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, what now I sold, I was, my thing was with him is like, he had like Jedi level dad jokes. Like, for real, he's got like Jedi level dad jokes, and some of them hit and were hilarious. Some of them, they didn't hit as well as the other ones did. I'm gonna be looking at more Tim Vine, and I've also got a couple other one-liners and other people that were suggesting his stuff. I'm gonna be looking at as well. Probably so. Probably so. Music reactions. That's the other thing. I've got to, after I get done with this, I'm gonna be recording some music reactions to put up on the music channel. I've also going to be still re-uploading stuff from this channel to the reaction to the music channel. A lot of the folks haven't migrated over there that come and have told me before, man, I wish you'd do more of the music. I'm putting more of that over there, but I've got not only some grime artists that I've been recommended, or rappers that have been recommended, but I've also kind of branch out to some more stuff I hadn't looked at previously. There's a new genre, trapcore, which is kind of just blows my mind, because I grew up living in the South. Trap music is a big thing, like especially in the like late 90s, the 2000s. Trap was a big thing if you paid any attention to any kind of rap that was going on. And then if you listen to like punk or like the emo or whatever, after emo kind of went down, you got the post-hardcore scene that come about, and it mixes trap and post-hardcore, which I find absolutely fascinating. So, and it's not, a lot of people don't like it. Some of the stuff I've heard so far, I'm like, I can hear both influences, which I find awesome. So, yeah, Red Dwarf, I do plan on looking at that. Oh, wow. Four candles. Let's see. And I think that's the reason why it is. I think that's what it is, because and I've even looked at Cockney rhyming slang before. I looked at a video on Cockney rhyming slang. It's just, I still don't hear it enough. Like, there's certain stuff that's said that okay, cool. That's what's being said here. There's other stuff that I'm like, what? What the hell does that mean? You talking French or something? Michael McIntyre, he's one of those ones where I'm gonna react to him. It's crazy because Al Murray does Brighton. I've got to take and dispute that, but it got up. And then I guess because it's Michael McIntyre, I guess his Comedy Roadshow, it was part of that. It was from that. It got blocked after it had been put up. So it was like, what the hell? Let's see. I'm gonna tell you what. I heard an emo joke on TikTok back when I would watch TikTok. I just don't understand TikTok. I always like going to the dark humor, because it's I love dark humor. It was I heard the joke and I was like, oh my god, it's so fucked up, but it's so funny. Bill Bailey. Yeah, I do plan on reacting to Bill Bailey. Green grass. Is that a show? Steposaur. All right. Jesus Christ. I get so far behind so quick. Well, that's the reason why I created another channel. That way, the thing about it is, look, I understand what you're saying. You got to take and understand where a lot of these cats come from. They grew up like without any kind of guidance a lot of times. They grew up seeing drug deals being done. Their way out was grime. That's how they have gotten out. But it's something that doesn't matter if you're a writer, doesn't matter if you're a singer, especially if you write your own stuff, or the stuff that you relate to most is what you're going to take and sing about, write about, or even a lot of filmmakers, especially when they first start out, it's the type of content they make is what they know and what they think will be relatable because it's what they relate to. So I get where you're coming from. So the aggression, you're pretty much right. I mean, it's aggression and bravado recorded in a studio. But that's the reason why I do have the reaction, the eclectic beard or the eclectic reactions channel. So I will. That's actually on the list. It's bookmarked. I'm gonna be honest with you. My wife, I'm blessed in so many ways in life because my wife, when I first started doing YouTube, doing the beer reviews and stuff like that, she's like, all right, cool. Didn't bat an eye to it, nothing like that. Now she started batting an eye once I started making a little bit more money. At the place I had started working at, I would have like $70 bills at the bottle store because I was buying fancy smancy beer. She'd raise an eyebrow then, but I got an inner ear infection about 3 years ago. It affected the nerve that affects the balance within your ear. And it's actually behind the one that it's a nerve that runs, it's behind your eardrum that runs to the brain, takes and deals with balance and stuff like that. The infection affected that. I was on my back just about for like 4 months. Like I'd get up and have to take and hold on to stuff. I couldn't even like riding. If I'd go to a doctor's appointment, she'd take me and I'd be riding and I'd have to take and have the seat laid all the way back with my eyes closed. Otherwise, seeing everything going by. So about 6 months into it, once everything had finally cleared, she had started working where she's working at now, and it was enough to take and pay bills. And she's like, you know what? She's like, you've always busted your ass for this family because doing construction, doing road construction, doing tree trimming, working HVAC, which I've done. Whenever me and her met, I was doing industrial painting. Whenever the thing hit with my ear, I was doing underground utility location, and I was used to working like 60 to 80 hours a week. And I did it happily. Like I enjoyed the shit out of working like that. So, I'd be going out of town and stuff. Like, she's like, you always busted your ass at the family. She's like, how about you don't worry about finding a job. You don't have to rush or anything like that. Enjoy spending time with the kids, clean up around the house, do your YouTube stuff. And by this point I had moved to reactions, and it's been just such a blessing having her as my wife, because not long after that, my channel, the Eclectic Beard, it got monetized, and it started as music. It went from beer reviews to music reactions. I reacted to the unveiling of the Cybertruck, and it morphed into an EV tech auto channel. Like, that's what I cover on that channel. So I was like, well, shit, I still love doing the music reactions. So I started the Eclectic Beard Reactions, or Eclectic Beard Reactions. And just the accents and everything like that, and everything's, this channel's morphed away from the music again, so I've had to take and start. So it's just been, she's given me the ability to take and do something I love, and it's really paid dividends in more ways than one. So thank you for that, Laz. Much appreciated. Let's see. There's wifey right there. Hi, wifey. Bruh. She's addicted to the Jaffa cakes. Oh, okay. I'll definitely check them out then. Oh, dear God. I didn't even realize she was in here. Like, the chat has moved so far down. That's crazy. Like, I'm trying to take and see some stuff. Yes, that's one of the things. And here's the thing that's one of the things that absolutely blows my mind is, like, the first time somebody was like, hey, when you come here to the UK, you need to do meet and greets. I was like, that's stuff that people that are like celebrities do. Why would? And then more people have said do meet and greets. So it's one of those things where it's like, I'm not even a celebrity, but people like just, I definitely plan on doing meet and greets, whether it's at, a pub somewhere or a restaurant or something. Definitely when I get over there, I'm going to be doing meet and greets, because I like meeting people. I like shooting the shit. Ask my wife, and I've got a barfly personality anyway. So she's like, you don't ever meet nobody, you don't ever really meet strangers. Channel jokes. Let's see. Oh, dear God. Deli ticket style thing. It seems like that with the all the requests I get. Here's your number. Sorry. Kevin Wilson. Let's look him up. Yes, James Blunt Monster. I'll take and put that on the list. I've seen other people take a react to it, and I haven't watched the reactions, but I've seen at one point in time it was like a very popular thing for folks to react to. So, well, I appreciate that. Trust me, I get over there, y'all gonna be like, send this fucker back where he come from. He's crazy. Lex. Oh, Jesus Christ. Cheers to you. Yeah, I've tried to get as many people's comments as possible, because Lord have mercy. Carry On movies, I have not. I've got a list of stuff over here now to take a look at. Milky Quail, Isle of Man, TT Crash. All right. So as far one of the reasons why you haven't, and you probably won't ever see me take a look at an Isle of Man TT Crash compilation. I tried that once, and my buddy Marshall's for the TT. He took and like I've interviewed him. I've done a lot of stuff, taking a looking at the Isle of Man TT, and I have such respect for those writers, like massive amount of respect. Not only them, but just talking with my buddy. It's a very tight knit community. Like whenever somebody rides and they crash and it takes their life, it affects the whole community. So he caught flack when I put it up because I actually have a couple people I plan on taking and actually interviewing in the future, because they're writers and one of them's a team owner or a part team owner, and they were like, "What the hell? You're trying to promote this guy, and he's looked at crashes," and I took it down because my buddy was catching flack because they seen it as disrespectful. So I will not be taking a look at any crash type compilations because you'll see stuff like crash compilation, no deaths, and invariably somewhere in there there's a death or two. So I refuse to take a look at any of the crash stuff for the TT, just out of respect for the riders and the community itself. Let's see. I think I've make sure that. Yeah, those two I do plan on taking a look at. Would I lie to you? And Taskmaster. Let's see. New comments. I'm trying to make sure I get everybody that's in here. I don't know. We'll see when I get there, won't we? I'll be doing some training before I get there. I know that. I'll be doing some drinking training. I don't know if he made a mistake on asking for suggestions for a British tattoo. I have a good one, Daniel. He's waiting until 100,000. He's waiting until 100,000 to take and get one, which is cool. It's he's trying to take and it's almost like an incentive to take and get him to 100,000 is what it, which YouTube content creators do that all the time. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be getting my channel logo. It's gonna be a cover up for this right here. It's gonna be EB. But the E is going to take and be the American flag. The B is going to be the UK flag. And then we'll have all the flags of the UK countries around it. And we'll have other stuff related to not only the UK, but also the channel specifically and myself and the US. So I'm going to have a half sleeve. And I don't know if the outline will be done this weekend or if it'll be like 2 weeks from now the outline will be done, because I know I'm having this half sleeve right here being worked on this weekend. The cover up job on this arm, it's going to be worked on this weekend. But I thought it was a cool idea for him to take and even ask y'all for suggestions. I already know what I'm wanting to take and put on mine, so that's the only reason why I'm not going like, hey, give me suggestions, because be careful what you wish for is all I can say. Let's see. I haven't watched full episodes. Me and Blake TV tried doing a live reaction. Just boop, like channel immediately. Boop, nope. So they shut it completely down. So it wound up 5 minutes. Finally, everything come back up. That's one of those ones that's like, it's not gonna be one that I'll be able to take and do. Probably. Doing well. Thanks for asking, Lee. Craft Ales in the UK, Dog's Bollocks, Old Jit, Bishop's Fingers, Dam Busters. Which Dam Busters? That's actually, I'm going to be taking a look at the Dam Busters raid that happened during World War II here in the next week or two. State opening of Parliament. Somebody else has suggested that before. Because doesn't the queen have to take in, doesn't she take an open parliament of it itself? Like, doesn't she commence the opening of parliament? I guess in between whenever they open it or something like that. That is, I've got Red Arrow stuff actually bookmarked. So Welsh flag would be cool to see. It'd be cool to see that back there. How to kill a diet? Easy way to kill a diet. Any Cadbury chocolate. Because at this point in time, I cannot stay away from that shit. And it like, and that's the other thing. Me and the wife, me specifically, but me and the wife, we are dieting. So even if you send something that's got chocolate in it, we both also walk in the evening times whenever she gets home from work. And I've already, like, I tried taking 2 bags of trash out yesterday. Mail lady come up. I had to take and stop halfway there to pull my shorts up because they were starting to fall down. I started losing that much weight. So I'll work off whatever I eat that's been sent. No, they have not. Let's see. Discussing an elephant and a giraffe. I've reacted to Lee Evans 3 times. Only one of them made it through. Like, 2 of them blocked completely, just right off the rip. And both of those are actually in both Discords. So, oh, most definitely. Not when you walk. I did an interview with Embrace the Suck last weekend. They're the first channel, and it's only due to the way I'm telling you that it went from being a reaction to 3 guys hanging out. Like, not a reaction, but an interview. It went from being an interview to 3 guys hanging out by the end of it. Like, it was just so much fun talking with them fellas and meeting them. Really nice guys. Really enjoyed talking with them. Some of the stuff just lent itself to a little bit of creativity to take an ad for comedic effect. So, due to the fact I added a little bit of stuff, they're the only channel so far that I've actually interviewed that I sent the edited interview to them to upload on their channel as well. So any of their subscribers that might miss it can see it as well. So that would be dangerous. That would be dangerous. Okay. I've seen. All right. Did I miss somebody? Let's see. All right. I see something about a flag. I'm waiting on him to reply. I'm waiting on him to reply on Instagram. All he's got to do is tell me a day and a time, man. Like, for real. Because I've reached out 3 times to him, and he took and said that, he was down for an interview, and then I asked him about day and time. I'm just waiting on day and time. So let's see. Oh, really? Oh, wow. That'd be dangerous for me. Oh, I'm about to find that clip and react to that because I think it's funny anytime politicians actually fight. I've seen videos of like shoes getting thrown at people and people getting shouted down. I always find it interesting. Let's see. I'm actually going to wind up sending a message to him on Instagram. Hopefully he sees it to ask him if I can interview him because I've watched 2 or 3 of his videos and I just that cat blew up like massively and rightfully, but you watch him and it's like, holy crap, because like the one, what he bought, what, chips and curry or something like that from a guy at his house or something like that, and he's, you know, had a grandma cook him something that he like, just the stuff that he eats, the different stuff that he eats, man, it's pretty cool to see. Well, I react to it. I've got a reaction channel where I cover things in the UK itself, so I'll be supporting all three of them. I don't think it'd be right that they can just support one over the other. I'll be happy with any of them's success. Like, being honest. Yeah. Because they're playing like Croatia and Finland, and they're playing all kind of different countries. So to hell with the rest of Europe. I think every country, like everybody's comedy has changed over the years. Next year, the plan is to take and go to the TT. It's my plan is to take and go to the TT, and then from there actually go through England. So it'll be May, June next year that I go. Henry Enfield, Paul Whitehouse. All right, cool beans. We'll check that out. Yes, yes. It'll be later this month at some point. She told me she's got to wait for things to slow down a little bit. Beginning of June is going to be a little bit crazy. So, uh, yeah, definitely going to interview her. She's actually in the Discord group with the Innocent American. Like, I'm glad he did this. He started a Discord group. Me, Squirrel, JPS, SoGal, Jody's Expat Life, her husband, Favor, Ashley's Review. We're all in there, and we try to talk. Drunk Texan says, like, we talk back and forth. So yeah, we'll definitely be interviewing her here as soon as she's able to. Gonna. I don't know if it'd be an event that size, but I definitely want to meet people. Like, you ask my wife, I'd be in a grocery store, be down an aisle, and I'll just make a comment to somebody that's standing, across from us or something like that about something on the aisle, pricing or like a product or choices and stuff like that, to take and just spark up a conversation that might last 2-3 minutes, getting them laughing, both of us laughing. And then she'll tell you, I like just conversating with folks. Well, thank you. Thank you. Well, number one, these super chats, they're greatly appreciated, but taking and talking back and forth to y'all, is definitely, it makes my day, because it's a way for me to take and interact with y'all, and I'm gonna start doing it more often. My big thing is I fly so by the seat of my pants that the lives are a little bit stressful for me, anxiety wise, because it's like, oh shit, what am I going to talk about? I don't fucking know. A lot of times I just take it playing off. I wind up all the time just taking and playing off of whatever's being said. And Paul, I will definitely be coming to Bolton. I seen the $2.99 thing. I've got somebody that I'm gonna be reaching out to again, through Gmail, who owns 2 flats on the Isle of Man, that once it gets closer we're gonna talk pricing and stuff like that. He was offering to let me stay for free, but I can't do that. He doesn't take and stay in the flat that he's going to let me use during the TT because there's so many people. So I think as of right now, I think that's kind of taken care of. So, oh God. Well, you get that look too sometimes. Around here, like you try to start a conversation with somebody randomly, they look at you like you're crazy, like what? And it's like, all right, well, never mind. Best beard oil. There's another reactor, Art of Kicks. He makes a beard oil, and it's I don't know what he like. Most beard oils are very greasy on the fingers, and like they leave a film almost. His doesn't do that. I don't know if he uses vitamin E or something like that as the base of his stuff, but it's just I don't know why. This right here is pretty good too. That I got, which one of my members, Aisha, actually sent me this part of a grooming kit. So holy shit, that is crazy. Thank you so much for that. I'll be honest with you. All I do is take and put up stuff that y'all recommend that y'all have yet to take and lead me wrong with a recommendation or anything like that. I learn so much stuff. Y'all do so much more for me than what y'all understand. Like for real, just with your recommendations, your kindness, it's really been just amazing. Oh, thanks for stopping in, man. Much appreciated. I will, but that's going to wind up being a pretty much a Discord exclusive. Like you'll have to take and be in one of the Discords to see it because I fought for 4 days for just a short 2-minute clip that wound up being a 5-minute video. Like 3 days that shit was blocked. So a full episode, that's going to be one of those ones that are like, no, not letting that on here. So cheers to you. Man, see, this is the thing. It's the same thing with the dwarf on a bus, and I'm gonna be looking at, I guess, best bits of series 2 or something like that. I looked at the best bits of series 1 of the In-Betweeners. Friggin' hilarious. That's another show I'm gonna start watching. I'm gonna start watching for reaction purposes and for my own purposes. Looks like a hilarious coming of age show. Open razor. I've never used an electric razor. Whenever I've shaved, it's always been open razor, and it's been like 2, almost 3 years since I've shaved. Did not know that. Well, definitely do so. Definitely do so. And I'm gonna be honest with you. When I go over there, most of my itinerary is probably going to be dictated by subscribers because y'all know y'all's areas much better than I do. So there's probably quite a few people that I'll probably wind up meeting while I'm over there that I'm gonna be like, all right, so I'm staying over here. We'll be in the area tomorrow if you want to take and show me around, if you got the time to show me around. And I'll just do it like that because I'll be better than taking, paying a tour guide or something like that. Taking, buy lunches and stuff like that with them for them. But I think that's probably the way a lot of it's going to take and go because I think that's going to wind up turning out the best. I'm going to be honest with you. Now I'm going to be doing a lot of videoing while I'm there. Now I'm going to take the time to enjoy it as well, but I will be doing a lot of videoing over there. I'm hoping while I'm over there that I can take and interview some of the writers and stuff like that after they get done either with the practices or when they get done with the Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Yeah, no. I'm not. I'm not gonna be spending maybe 2 days. For London and the rest of it. I'd love to take and go to the Aether Stone ball game, and I'd love to see the cheese rolling because both of those things just fascinate me. I'd love to take and actually watch. I wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't be having the gloves or anything. I'd love to watch the tar barrels too, flaming tar barrels. I just find it so fascinating. Find it awesome. So I will definitely be doing that. I've reached out to her too. So that's cool. I'd like to take and meet 55,000 people. And what the Aether stuff? Fuck it, I'll jump in there. I don't know if I ever get a hold of the ball, but I'll definitely jump in there. Shit. I'll make sure I've got braces on my knees and all kinds of, not braces, but I'll make sure I got stuff on my knees to make sure, I've got a half bionic body, it seems like now. She's a member. She's family, and she knows it. Tell her to shut up. Love you, Aisha, but stop with that. You know better than that. Jesus, y'all are all family. God dang. Like that's the thing with my discords. I try to make sure to have a family type feel, because I want my Discord servers to be spots where if you join up for the free one or become a member, it's like talking to family. Like you can go vent, you can take and shoot the shit. It's a safe place for you. You ain't got to worry about anybody judging you. You can take and if you're having a rough day, let us know about it, man. Like for real. I'll definitely be going to Liverpool and probably staying there a day or two as well, because I believe, yeah, because what? Yeah, I know a few people in Liverpool, so definitely will be there. I'll probably do it in a couple spots because everybody's spread out. So I think I might take and do one, maybe two in Yorkshire, just because I think a lot of the folks that subscribe to me are in Yorkshire. So thank you so very much for that. Thank you. Welcome to the family. And if you go to the community tab, the Discord link is in the community tab. You'll see it. It's one of the members only posts that I've done. I know you're still on the server. She's still stuck on a bus. Yes, I do. I do plan on doing more collabs with the other React channels, whether it be interviews. I want to take it at some point in time in the near future, do like a roundtable type paneled live stream with about at least 4 of us, just taking and shooting the shit with each other, shooting the shit with y'all, maybe reacting to our own, everybody's first videos or first reaction videos on YouTube, stuff like that. So I definitely plan on doing more collabs. I'm also going to be branching out. I will be branching outside of the reaction spectrum as well, because I know there's some cool folks on YouTube, man. Like my buddy Rajay, of course, Blake TV. I know a couple other folks, Micah, because everybody's got a story. And on YouTube, doesn't matter what niche community you're a part of, you always get bleed over into other stuff. And I want to get a little bit into the interaction with that as well. But thank you so much for joining the member club. I say the Eclectic crew. Thank you. Let's see. Jump on the boat, pop over to Dublin. We are going to be taking and going through Northern Ireland, but I also want to take and see Ireland, the whole island there, Northern Ireland and Ireland. I want to see all of it. Like I want to see I'm just so curious. I want to see everything, man. I really do. Yes, that is a massive It's one of those catch-22s. Like, I love the size my channel's at. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I've always had grandiose ideas, always. So I see PewDiePie with like 120 million. I want 121 million. Downside of that is, and this is the thing that I fear, and I know it's going to happen at some point in time. I'll still interact, but as intimate as I can still make things feel, finding the way of taking, still making it feel intimate, even if I can't see somebody's comments or can't interact every time with somebody the same way. Definitely one of the concerns, but it's also, I think it's an inevitability if you have a plan for your channel and things hit the way you want it to or need it to get to points that you want to be at. Let's see. Oh, okay. You get a honeydew list? Thank you. Much appreciated. At least one, possibly two or more. I'm just not even going to lie, because I told my wife, with the way the U.S. is, we might wind up, we go over there, might wind up staying for longer than what we plan. Russell Howard, yes, I have heard of him. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love the U.S. I love my country. I'm just not happy with it. I hadn't been for a long time. People over here, everybody's fighting over shit politically and haven't figured out just how fucking much they're being duped. They don't want this, that, or the other, but we've already got this, that, and the other, and it's just the way it's presented. It doesn't look like that. That are the fact that it's been that way for so long over here. You don't. It's like the whole stuff with the single payer healthcare. Like, everybody's like, "Oh no, I don't want that. It's socialism." Blah 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 blah. And it's like, you're a fucktard, man. You're a fucking idiot. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, for real, you're gonna say you don't want that, but yet we've got so much stuff that's socially based without it being socialism. Like, you're an idiot. You'd rather take and spend $1 trillion on our fucking defense budget than make sure that people, number one, don't have to take and pay through the fucking nose or go broke because they get sick. Watch my father-in-law with cancer taking just about deplete his fucking 401k. He worked for 30 goddamn years. And I've seen it more than just him. I've seen it numerous fucking times. And it's fucking sickening. Like, everybody fights over fucking nonsensical bullshit, and they let the media take and divide all of us. Oh, it's black. Oh, it's white. It's racism. It's this. It's that. It's like, no, they're feeding you a line of fucking shit. They're feeding you a line of fucking shit. Like, this whole, racism. The only place you really see racism here in the U.S. is in our fucking institutional, in our institutions and the policies that we're still taking and trying to get fucking repealed or changed. That's where you see the fucking the racist fucking basis stuff. Us people, we get along. We're all, especially, you see more classism than you see racism in this fucking country. Oh, you live in a fucking double wide. Fuck you. Fuck off with that shit. The people here in this country are just so goddamn fucking blinded by the fucking media and their own fucking sense of what the fuck's right and wrong, and let their fucking politics and their fucking religious beliefs and everything else like that fucking divide them from their fucking neighbor that might need a fucking hand up a little bit whenever they're having troubles. They don't even know that they're, they just see the fucking Biden flag in their friend's yard, or in their neighbor's yard, or the fucking Trump flag in their neighbor's yard. And because of that, oh no, fuck that. I don't want to fucking know you. Like, how fucking stupid is that? Goddamn, we're all in this together. We're humanity. We're all into fucking, We're going through life together, whether we interact with each other or not. We're all going through life together. We all share similar experiences, whether it's unique to us or something that somebody else can relate to. We're all going through shit together. It's not very different. I don't give a shit what fucking skin color you are, what your, I don't care anything, religion, anything. We're all going through it. No fucking reason to take and let political or fucking religious or anything else like that to divide us. And it doesn't for the most part. It's the fucking media and their fucking nonsensical bullshit that what fucking separates us. And people can't fucking get their head out of their own asses long enough to fucking see that. Like, it's fucking beyond belief for me. So I love my country, but I'm fucking tired of it. Tired of the bullshit. That's what I'm wanting to know. That's what I'm wanting to fucking know. I'll say this: Northern Ireland is a little bit more unique as far as some of the struggles y'all have been they've been through. So, I'm sure there's some lingering stuff that still just that we, yeah. See, even the like, my thing is here, we couldn't even do that. We couldn't even fucking do that. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's, we are a classical. People go, we're a republic or we're a democracy. No, we're under classic fascism. Classical definition of fascism is what America's under. It's run by corporations and the fucking defense sector, basically. Like, it's fucking corporations write the policies, and the defense matrix here in the U.S. is what runs this fucking country. Politicians get their walking orders from them. It's an oligarchical corporatocracy, basically, but it's the style of stuff that we've been under for the last 60 years has been fucking classical fascism. People are just too goddamn stupid to take and actually get their head out of their ass to see it. We've had people, oh, they're fascist, or that's fascist, and this is fascist, and I'm like, you're labeling, and that's the other thing, the identity politics that's so prevalent over here. It's like you don't even. It's like, do some fucking research on the classical definitions of certain things. Like, you're calling a person a fascist. Like, no, you're too fucking stupid to take and see past the end of your own nose. It's the problem a lot of times. So. Exactly. I think that's. I don't give a shit what side of the aisle somebody's on. You're going to see that shit. It's just whether or not you're willing to see it. Because we've had that from both sides over here. Do not own any guns. Do not own any guns. I do not go to church. I do believe there's a God. As I think too many people that are religious want to take and blame too much shit on either God or the devil, and it's like, no, it's, you want to take and go back to, if you believe in free will, all of our free will takes and interacts. Every action has a reaction, and whether or not we can see it, there's a ripple effect. So you got a bunch of ripples, and once they collide, depending on the negativity or positivity of a certain reaction or a certain action, the reaction that you get is either going to be good or it's going to be bad, and it takes an effects in more ways than we're able to take and see. So, but I don't go to church because I think a lot of the churches, especially here in the U.S., just don't. They preach out of the Bible, but they don't preach the Bible. Simple as that. They either too brimstone, too agape, whatever you want to call it. Like, it's like, come on, man. And the thing is, I believe in God, but I've been agnostic. I like it's. I say that everybody, if they're, I don't care if they're religious, they're one tragedy away from being atheist. That's my viewpoint on things. Because sometimes it doesn't take a whole lot to have people lose their faith. And see, that's a whole different. See, that's the reason why I don't talk politics and religion a whole lot, because it leads to arguments. My thing is, I don't care what you believe. I don't care what anybody thinks. Like, it's your right. Simple as that. Like, I'm not going to take and I might not disagree. And my thing is, I've always taken to research as much as possible, everything possible. A lot of my belief, a lot of the fact that I believe in God is from the fact that I grew up in church. I was there every time the doors were open. I don't take and go to church now. And the reason why is having read the Bible, read through, if you're going to take and preach from something, at least take and actually apply its precepts, or preach its precepts in the way it should be followed, not in what's either popular or because you go too far one way or the other. So but if somebody's atheist or agnostic or they're fucking Buddhist, or I don't give a shit. That's cool, man. Whatever helps you sleep at night, I'm all for it, man, because we've all got to take and actually have our own ways of dealing with stuff, or we've all got to have that thing that gives us, that sense of comfort. And really, we've all got to take and have that one. We've all got that one thing that we basically helps make us us. It's just part of your makeup. As simple as that, whether you believe it or not. So, so that it's one of the reasons why I don't discuss religion, because I think once you get too far into somebody's beliefs, you're either going to take and hold it against them, because they're going to say something that you're just going to completely disagree with, and you're going to be just as big of an idiot as what you see them as. And that's just my honest belief on stuff. That's the reason why I don't take and talk a lot of stuff as far as politics. And the thing is, I can talk just as much politics as I can talk stuff that's unpolitical, and I can talk just as much religion as I can talk stuff that's not religious. So, right. I think that's the thing. I don't care what anybody's system is, like what your mindset is, what your belief system is, or anything. I think that's the main thing. We can all get along with each other. We don't have to be a prick about what our belief is. It's as simple as that. I think it was Moses. Moses who thought his roses were toes, but Moses supposed erroneously, something like that. Pastafarian. And that's my thing. I don't get mad about. Here's what gets me. I don't get mad about discussing politics or religion. I get mad about the other people's stupidity that I'm talking with a lot of times, because a lot of times I'll talk stuff, and I can talk a lot of times whatever they're wanting to take and talk about, or whatever subject matter they're wanting to talk about, better than what they can, which pisses them off. Because a lot of times you talk to somebody and they expect to take and know more about it than you do, and if you can converse pretty well with them about it, a lot of times they'll get pissed off, especially if you have an opposing viewpoint, or if you show an opposing viewpoint. A lot of times they get pissed off a lot quicker than you will. So, Yeah, it's identitarian politics. That's part of the reason why. I mean, my thing is, there's nothing wrong with being proud of your heritage. Like, my family come from Ireland. That's cool, but you're an American. Same thing with Italian American, or even the whole fucking African American shit. Like, cool, awesome where your family come from, but you're an American. Like, you America did away with dual citizenships a long time ago, and if you've never been to where your family is from, so you can't claim that. As far as like, I'm this, you're just an American with Irish heritage or Italian heritage or fucking Greek heritage or whatever. I think that is a big part of it. Moses just stubbing his toe. Wait, I don't mind jokes and stuff like that, but as far as like the nuances of like religion and politics, like this would drag on for probably until I had to go pick up my kids. Not even bullshitting. Like, that's on both of them. So. I say that's a good way of looking at things too. Well, part of it is over here in the U.S. They tell you, they tell you to, be yourself, be yourself. But the moment you try to be yourself and you're not what they want you to conform to, you automatically get beaten to conformity. And it didn't used to be like that. It used to, when I was coming up in school, we were taught how to think critically. So we were taught question everything, think critically. That's the reason why I don't care what it is. Like, if I read about it, or if somebody's like, oh, it's like this, I'll fucking look it up. Right? So, well, why is it like that? And I'll take and go research shit and form my own opinion. And it's not done enough. Everything is taken at fucking face value these days. Nobody thinks critically. Nobody forms their own opinion at all. And it's one of the hugest problems in this country, and the reason why another one of the reasons why we're so divided here, because they stopped teaching critical thinking. They started teaching kids more how to parrot the fucking facts that they're given. It's rare to find teachers that like push their kids to critically think about things. So I'm talking about like American born citizens. What up, Chatty-O? Well, you can't teach common sense. Common sense practices should be taught. You can't teach common sense. Either you're born with common sense or you're kind of not, I think. Because I've seen some people that are really smart have no goddamn common sense what the fuck soever. It's like, for all that intelligence you got, you're really fucking dumb. So I definitely, this has been fun, man. I've enjoyed talking with y'all. This has been heck of fun. Like, I have to start doing this more often. Maybe one of these days I'll, take and double up more in some of the stuff that we've talked about here. Probably not, just because I don't care for it. Care to talk too deep about it, because that's when you start losing people, like, for real. Well, there's so many things that there's so many things that we could get into just off that one comment. Hilton White, like, so many things. Storm is good. I actually showed him on screen earlier. I disagree with that completely, because you can have a curriculum, but still teach your students to question everything, even if it's in a textbook. take and do do research yourself if it doesn't sound right to you, or if you want to take and know more about it, because then you might see it. Then you might find out that it's only a partial truth or a half truth or not true, or or the full truth on something. I completely disagree with that. Um, their curriculum is only a part of how they teach. It's not the full way that they teach. Be able to beat common sense. Yeah, you could probably. I don't know about beating common sense into them, but you definitely catch a charge here for doing that. I thought you got rid of AT&T, homie. Well, thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate that. I'm dreaming, thank you. um, I have not tried any now as far as like paying for and learning like MMA or boxing or anything. I've never no. Um, all the contact sport I got was or combat sport stuff I got was sparring with buddies who took like MMA, or taking and actually watching their classes and having their instructor go, "Come on, since you're here, we'll take and go ahead and put some pads on you, and you can spar with your buddy here," and getting my ass kicked, or being like, "All right, cool," and yeah, back to the biscuits. Yes, cheers to you. Thank you for stopping in. Greatly appreciate it. Oh, that's awesome. I tell you what, me and my wife, like I once once we're able to take and build a house, we're gonna have some design challenges because she likes that rustic farmhouse look. I like modern, like ultra modern, clean lines. Like I love all of that. Like big windows. Like she's like, "Oh my god, why would you want windows that big?" I'm like, "Cause you can see the beautiful yard outside. You can see all the sunlight. What the hell's wrong with you?" I'm like, "Why do you want something to look like it's distressed? Like you left it out in the fucking rain for too goddamn longer. Somebody took and brushed up against it with something hard and now it scratched the goddamn thing. Like I don't understand that shit. Goddamn, I live in the country, but Jesus Christ, I don't want to take and it's like chic country bumpkin is the farmhouse look in my opinion. Granted, if you like the farmhouse look, cool beans, nothing against it, because I've seen some farmhouse house farmhouse style decor that looks awesome. Just it's not doesn't fit my taste. The tea cakes. That's my favorite thing I've gotten. I love the Jaffa cakes. I love the candy bars and everything else. But those fucking tea cakes, that's another level of like I could eat my weight in them shits. Uh, I don't know about if it could be split into different countries. I mean, you got states like Texas or California and Alaska, but mainly Texas. Well, Texas, California, New York. Some of them have like their own state GDPs are larger than some countries' GDPs. Um, so there are states that could probably break away and they might struggle a little bit before they catch their footing. But I don't. You definitely couldn't do it in regional, like have like a region break apart, be their own country. I don't think that could happen, but I think there's certain states that could probably break away and be their own countries. Librarian, did not know that. That's pretty cool. Oh, you're good, Lex. Hopefully your dad's all right. Hopefully, all right. What do I do for a living? You're looking at it. YouTube. I don't make a whole lot of money, but it helps pay bills. I take care of the kids. I'm a stay-at-home dad, but this is it right here. Um, it's nice being able to actually not make money for somebody else. Like, you take and go to work for somebody, you're earning money, you're earning a living, but you're making them rich. You're making them money. And to be able to take and make myself money, make my household money, and contribute that way, really nice. Have not, have not. Let's see. Damn it, I just lost where I was at. Jesus Christ, I went by quick. Let's see. VR zombie killing laser. Oh, that sounds awesome. An entire loaf with Marmite. I don't know if I could get through a whole loaf. I know it's only because the amount of bread is in a loaf, but I could definitely eat as much of a loaf as possible with Marmite. Yeah, AT&T is still a thing. I'll be honest with you. I think the way we do school over here is kind of dumb. Um, they they prepare you for college, and not everybody goes to college. Or bet, and the a lot of the ones that do go to colleges and get degrees that they don't have a field for. That or something that's not going to help you real world, like an art degree, an arts degree, just the arts. Like, and then they try to take and go work for a business somewhere and apply for like management position. It's like, well, you go for business for that kind of shit. Like, unless you studied a specialty within the arts itself, like graphic design, or which that's more tech than anything, but still, some places it falls under that. Unless you take and go for some kind of specialty that's in demand, you're not going to take and get a fucking job. Over here, I think we need to take and number one, they teach algebra and stuff like that. Cool beans, cool beans. Like, do 1 year of algebra, and after that, if they know that they're not going to take and go to college, they're going to be working a trade. Take and teach them, still teach them English, teach them math that geometry based, right? Maybe a year of geometry, and then maybe trig the year after. But focus more on history and stuff like that. But also make sure that the math that they do get taught for at least 2 years before they take and get out of school is financial planning type stuff. So they know how to budget. So they know how to take and properly make sure money is set aside on things. So that way they aren't struggling. Teach them about credit. Teach them that kind of stuff. And then instead of going to college, they have the opportunity to go to trade school, because trades over here, there's a lot of them that are in high demand that they can't fill. And even when we had a 4% fucking unemployment rate, being filled. And I hate hearing the people talking, oh yeah, you don't want a minimum wage job, take and go get learn a trade. It's like, you could take everybody that's fucking working these minimum wage fucking jobs and train them in something, and you're still going to have fucking shortages, you asshole. It's like, what the fuck? But I think the way we do our schooling over here needs to be different, like for real. Like, if you're going to be a carpenter, cool. We'll take and teach a little bit of geometry. We'll teach a little bit of trigonometry. We're going to show you how to take and make sure you know how to budget things so you don't take and set yourself up financially for failure in the future once you get out of school. Once you finish high school, or go to a trade school. That way you can take and go to trade school for 2 years, take and learn some needed things within that, so you can leave from there and go get a job. Same thing, plumbing, HVAC. And if you're going to go to college for something, whether it be computers or something science related, or be a doctor or something of that nature, or an architect, well, then you take and do college-based stuff to take and prepare you for college, instead of taking and doing this one-size-fits-all bullshit that doesn't fit everybody. I would suggest San Francisco. Um, I would suggest the Florida Keys. A lot of what I'm going to suggest is going to be in the South because that's what I know the most. I'm going to suggest taking and visiting Gulf Shores, Alabama. Um, taking go to maybe Red Arsenal. NASA's, or not Red Arsenal, but Huntsville, Alabama. NASA's got a thing there. You go to Houston. NASA's got a thing there. That's all pretty cool stuff. Atlanta. Atlanta's really cool. They've got some really cool stuff there. They've got an underground mall. They've got fucking Coca-Cola bottling place, or the actual, like, there's a museum and stuff like that. The original Coca-Cola plant. Charleston, South Carolina is very beautiful, very historic. Same thing. You want to take and see the Outer Banks of North Carolina, maybe see the mountains, either somewhere in the Rockies there on the West Coast, or take and come over to like Tennessee, Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, something like that, or even take and go to somewhere like Little Switzerland and the surrounding area, Little Switzerland, North Carolina, where they do gem mining and stuff like that. Really cool. So big. I think the interior is where we're going to have the exterior is going to be a fight between the two of us, but that does sound cool as hell. But the interior is going to be a really big thing too, because for like the interior, like I love the modern look, but I also like the industrial style, like the industrial. Yeah, I love that kind of stuff. So like, I'd want to mix between industrial and modern. I don't know how you'd marry that to rustic farmhouse, but it'd be cool if it could. But I like that idea. It's getting more and more expensive. I'll tell you that. The more they take and build out, the more shit's getting expensive. Whenever my family first moved to this area right here, you could buy an acre of land without a septic or anything like that for $5,000. Now, acre of land without septic, you're looking at $25,000. If it's got septic and a light pole, Jesus Christ. Or if it's got a septic and a light pole, holy fuck. You're looking at $50,000, $60,000 just for land. That's not even a house or anything else on it. There's houses up the road that whenever they built were $80,000 houses that now they're wanting $500,000 for. So, ever dare try durian fruit snacks? I would definitely try the fruit snacks. I don't know about trying the durian itself. I don't know. I probably would. I've always wanted to try different foods and stuff like that. So it being considered a delicacy somewhere, I would definitely try it. So yeah, I would definitely try durian fruit snacks, and probably durian itself. Let's see. That's very true. Thatcher is becoming rare. Have to book a year in advance. Huh. Do what? Didn't enjoy the sex toys. I don't know what sex toys you're talking about, but I'm sure I'm missing something, or I'm just not thinking about it right now. So, yes, I think they'd be like the fourth or fifth largest, and I think California would be like the third largest. Like, it's crazy the GDPs they've got. I definitely plan on it. I plan on looking at more because I find that whole thing. I find that level of fanaticism just absolutely and just fascinating. Thank you, Lazarus. Much appreciated, homie. I'm gonna start looking at more rock too. So I completely agree with that. You got to have an open mind. Like you can't. I find that you do better going into stuff without any kind of preconceived notions, or if you do have preconceived notions, setting those aside, having an open mind, and learning something that you might not have known, and maybe changing your perspective, because you can always learn something. You can always learn something, even if your mindset doesn't change on something. You can always learn. Uh, but I think you should always be open enough to take and have a changed mindset. So yes, yes, I will. Here's the thing. Like number one, what's your definition of heavy metal? Because there's so many people like, oh no, that's not heavy metal. This is heavy metal, and you take a look at it, and it falls under like it's heavy metal, but it falls under like deathcore and shit like that, or the death metal. Or you take a look at it like thrash metal and stuff like that. Um, so, what's your definition of heavy metal? Have a good one, man. Appreciate you stopping in. Grand National. Squirrel! Here's homie. I didn't even see you stop in. Oh, there we are. Okay, cool. So, there you go. I've listened to most of Pink Floyd's music. It'd be kind of hard for me to react to something I've already heard. This is the way I do my reactions. All right, there's a lot of like a shit ton of Metallica. I just can't react to. I've already heard it. I've seen a lot of live performances by them. Same thing with Pink Floyd. Same thing with like Black Sabbath. Same thing with a lot of fucking bands, especially older bands. I just can't react to because it wouldn't be a genuine reaction. It'd be more of a review. To me, that's not as interesting as seeing somebody's genuine reaction to seeing something or hearing something for the first time. Um, Kevin Bridges gets blocked for me. At least one of them did. I see. That's the thing. I get stuff that gets blocked, and it makes me leery about trying to do it again. But I definitely will be looking at more of him. So, Disturbed, that is metal. Well, you talk to some people, they call it butt rock or butt metal, or metal butt, and you got the older generation that listens to it, or people that think they're edgy listening to it. But yeah, I like Disturbed. Baby metal, that's okay. I'm glad you said something about baby metal because I've seen that. I've seen that term used or whatever. I've yet to take and react to anything like Slipknot. Can't do. I've heard everything they've got. Like I love Slipknot. Um, Five Finger Death Punch. All right, I'll take and put them on the list. Trivium. I haven't heard. I don't think I've heard any Trivium, so definitely put them on the list. Bullet for My Valentine. Are they still around? Because I know back in the day, like Tears Don't Fall, and they had like a whole string of stuff there for like 7 or 10 years. It was like really, really good. Soil, Meshuggah. I'll have to take and rack the mostly newer Disturbed. I've heard, I think everything off like the first three albums. Like Disturbed's really good. Can't think of any off, like right offhand. Um, Trying to think. As I was asked that before, I've watched way more American films than British films. Like Rush, I love Rush. No, I have not. Spinal Tap. uh, I've heard most of Megadeth stuff. I say that I've heard some of their. I say I've heard a lot of their early stuff. I've got Megadeth in my playlist on Apple Music. So No, I have not seen Baby Metal. Yes, I love Queen. Oh my God, Freddie Mercury's voice was just absolutely amazing. I think the closest thing to Freddie Mercury's voice right now is Brandon Urie from Panic at the Disco. Like his voice is so fucking just, and his rendition of Bohemian Rhapsody, Jesus fucking Christ. I did. I did a live reaction to him, and it got it the live stream got cut off for 5 minutes. Like all it was a black screen. So, and I had to take and type to people. Me and Blake TV had to type people for like 5 minutes, let them know we were still around. So just hold on for a sec. So I've reacted to Miss Brown Boys before. I'm gonna do more reactions to them, but it'll all wind up being in my discords. So Jinja, that it's there's a not mistake, the female that's the lead singer of Jinja. They've got awesome fucking voice, dude. But I've only heard like one or two things by them, so I'll definitely put them on the list. UFO Strangers in the Night? No, I have not. I have not. What is that? Nirvana. Love me some Nirvana. Love Rage Against the Machine. One of my favorite songs by Rage Against the Machine are Renegades of Punk or Renegades of Funk. Love that fucking song. But I've heard a lot. I love Rage Against the Machine. Kind of like it just that infusion of like rock and reggae and funk. Just oh god, I love that shit. Liquid State. All right. Beatles and then the Ruddles. What the hell? Let's see. Yes, Dream Theater has been around for a long, long, long damn time. Like they've been around forever. Have not heard Nightwish or Transatlantic though. I I might have to take a rant to some stuff off of Tool's newest album because it's what they got the two albums. What was it two albums before? I'm gonna put them on the list, but I think it's only mostly the new stuff from Tool that I'll be able to react to. Like my brother used to have two of their albums, him and a buddy, like they were obsessed with them. So Sonata Arctica, love that name for a band. Rag and Bone Man music. Um, is that like a band or is it just a style of music? One of my favorite White Stripes songs is Rag and Bone. Wolf Tones. Karate or Chocolate? Okay. So those are both baby metal bands or acts. Let's see. This is actually something that I talked with Dominic about because he asked the same thing. The most interesting thing to me is the fact that y'all still got medieval like traditions that started during medieval times that are still done, like the Aether Stone ball game, like the cheese rolling and stuff like that, or cheese 1700s, 1600s, whatever, 1500s, I think. I read. with the cheese rolling, but like Eighth Stone ball game, like there's the tar barrels. Not only that, but the man, where they taking the barrel, trying to take and get the kegs between the two town pubs. And I can't remember the name of what that is. Slips my mind right now. But the fact that stuff is still going on, and it originated so long ago, but it's done, and everybody loves it. They join into it. You get sense of community from it and stuff like that. That's what's been most interesting to me, is the fact that you've had something go on for so long, and it's still, widely loved by the people that do it. Like, that's, to me, that's fascinating, because we don't have anything here like any kind of traditions like that. Half man, half biscuit. So I need to watch those lock, stock, and what, two smoking barrels and snatch. I haven't watched those. I need to watch that. I don't know who. Let's see, who's Tank Abbott. Boy, I'd hate to run into him in a dark alleyway somewhere. He'd kick your ass. Jesus Christ. Toxic rats. I thought all rats were toxic, at least if they bite you or, poop, pee on you or something like that. I have not, but I plan on it next year. TT, and then tour the rest of the UK. Train Spotting is, I'm trying to remember that was based in England. That movie's fucking awesome. But I'll take and watch Scum too. I'll put that on the list. Train Spotting. That movie was fucking just. I love that. I haven't seen the follow up to it yet, but The Damned. I prefer stand up, but I think properly done comedic sitcoms can be just as entertaining, if done right, as what stand up is. No, I honestly think that as like far as national governments are concerned, like anytime you take and get parties and stuff like that involved, it doesn't matter. So you could have a one world government, parties are going to be involved regardless. I think you need more. I think it needs to be more communities that take care of each other. And then if something happens that threatens all communities, that's when you band together as one. You all have a working relationship. That's when you band together as one. But I think communities need to take care of each other more than having to take and rely on like a government that's national or something like that. Because you see people enter politics for altruistic reasons, and that's easily fucking corrupted. So Count Dankula. Why does that name sound familiar? I know what it is. Somebody took and I was trying to take and find something on the Gurkhas, and he did something on the Gurkhas, but I don't know anything about him. So I was like, I'm not getting into another fucking hullabaloo over bullshit. Let's see, Quadrophenia. So that's kind of what I was worried about, because to me that's kind of like what like Boondock Saints was. Boondock Saints 2. I think it was just kind of like a money grab. And I love Boondock Saints. All right, so I'd been watching reactors for about 2 years before I started a reaction channel, and I was watching them react to stuff that I like take and listen to, but I also use them to take and discover some new artists and stuff like that. And I've always the name Eclectic Beard comes from the fact that I have a very eclectic taste in music and interest, but especially the music side of things. And excuse me, I started a reaction channel to actually discover new artists that I'd never heard before, because I've got like I can legit my playlist. My wife will tell you, like I'll take and switch from like a jazz playlist to heavy metal to rap to fucking country to I don't listen to a whole lot of classical, but I mean Beethoven, Mozart, Handel. You know that I have a very wide taste in music. I love it, and even subgenres within the genres that I listen to. Pop, there's a lot of pop stuff that I love listening to. So, but I'm mostly listening to stuff that's like top 40 past what I've found, just kind of cruising about on YouTube and finding artists I'd never heard of before. And I was like, it'd be a good way to take and, react to something I've never heard before. So I think the first reaction I did was actually a review. Is reaction to, I'd heard the song before, but I hadn't seen the live performance or the particular live performance. Linkin Park. I'm trying to remember the Linkin Park song. It might have been High Voltage or something like that. But Linkin Park. So I reacted to that, and I got somebody. Let's see. I took and reacted to SPM. I think next. In that, Lines, one of the artists I've reacted to on here, he actually reached out to me through Gmail. I started reacting to his music. Me and him have, like, anytime he's got something new, I take and try to react to it. But with that SPM, you ought to take a look at Immortal Technique. I took a look at Immortal Technique. From Immortal Technique, I got recommended Akala and Low Key. Reacting to those two, I got recommended Mike Righteous and Logic. And then from those, it just kind of snowballed. So I've discovered a whole lot of music that's now in my playlist just by doing the reactions. And that's exactly what I was wanting, because our music over here, especially as far as rap is concerned, has been fucking stale for the last 20 goddamn years. Like, the only artists that really, unless they're independent and making waves in the YouTube scene and in the like underground scene, but they're not going to be taken, but they're wanting to stay independent. The only time you're going to hear rap is going to be mainstream artists. And there for a while, it was that mumble rap bullshit. So hearing stuff that had more of a social consciousness about it, that we heard over here in the late 70s, the 80s, and the early to mid 90s as far as rap was concerned. And rap, as much as I like listening to stuff like Ludacris and Jay-Z, I didn't hear a lot of stuff past top 40. So it was a way for me to discover new artists who had something, that I hadn't heard before that might have been, more meaningful than anything else. So Darkest Hour. Gary Oldman is like so under, like that dude right there is one of the best method actors ever. Or character actors, I should say. What's up, Aisha? Have you made it home yet, darling? That's very true. Yes, I am. Very much so. I take and watch college football. And if I watch college football, I watch NFL. I've started watching European football, or what they call soccer here, which that's something that I do my best not to take and ever refer to football as a soccer, because y'all have, it's the original football. So, but I basketball, like I loved playing sports when I was younger. Now that I've gotten a little bit older, and I don't jump as high or run as fast, I don't play them very often anymore. Um, but I love watching and learning about new stuff. So sports, me being sports centered, anyways, like you can ask my wife, this house from August to January, Alabama football every Saturday. If it's on, I'm watching it. Doesn't matter, rain or shine, does not matter. I'm watching it. And there was a time whenever Alabama, they paid a player or something like that, or did something academically that it was made the player ineligible. Might have, something like that. I think a booster paid a player. They took and got in trouble. They got a 2-year TV ban. So I was taking it every Saturday. I'd still watch whatever college football game was on, but I was pouring through the newspapers on Sundays to find the box scores for my team, and we sucked. Like, we sucked ass, because our scholarships also got fucking cut by over half. So I'm very interested in sports, which is one of the reasons why anytime anybody suggested the sports to take a look at, I'll gladly look at it, because we don't get, like, I loved looking at hurling and the Gaelic football, because we don't have that, or it's not something you see on TV here. Like, it's not something you'd hear about whatsoever. So that being one of the things, and also just watching the level of talent that these football players have, it's amazing to fucking see, because the footwork is just holy shit. Let's see. Yes, Minister. Okay. My buddy is a Liverpool fan, and I've known him for almost 2 years now. He's a big Liverpool fan, and he started me. He recommended for one of the matches, like, "Hey, Liverpool's on. If you want to take a watch." I'm like, "They're not on. They're not being shown on the sports channels here." He's like, "Here, listen to the, watch along with Redmen TV," and I've caught a couple of the games on TV since then. So Liverpool is who I take a pull for. Women's sports. What do you mean, like WNBA, women's soccer? Well, here women's soccer, but women's football, because I was surprised that the USA men's team took and beat Mexico's national team, because typically here it's the women's team that only does good. But I have nothing against women's sports. I love watching like the softball games and stuff like that. Women's the track and field and stuff like that. I like watching stuff. It's just, I don't care, male, female, does not matter to me. Just being able to take and watch someone who's the best at what they do, I find that cool. So I'm sorry. Tennis is the one sport I cannot get into. And it's only because it reminds me of two women arguing back and forth, back and forth. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping in. Women's volleyball, regardless if it's on a beach or just even on like the courts and stuff like that on the inside, that shit right there, that oh my God, that's cool to watch. Like that, they can keep that ball in the air for a good bit, and the amount of strategy to take and get, to hit it to where somebody's out of position. Like, that's really fun. That's really cool to see. Women's sports is men's sports now. That's one of those things that's a big thing over here. Like the Florida governor took and just made it like signed a bill into law so transgenders can't take and compete in women's sports, and it's because there's been so many So there's been a lot of transgenders. Iowa, I want to think Minnesota, California, where transgenders have taken and entered women's sports, and they've just dominated. Um, so it's like that's another thing that's like, all right, well, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. I have no problem with anybody whatsoever, but that's one of those things they're gonna have to take and figure out, so that way somebody doesn't get you know, feel like they're being shit on, basically. That's the reason why you watch the inside volleyball. You watch the beach volleyball so you can see the boobs in the butt. There ain't no lying about that one. Yes, yes. My wife actually wants to move to Scotland. She wants to move to Scotland or Ireland. I'm like, you got more places to move to. It's just more than just those two. I know, but I'm like, you do realize there's more beautiful places than just those two. So might wind up moving to Scotland when we move. Yes, and I know I'm behind on that. I need to take and do season 2, episode 2. um, like I said, I have nothing wrong with anybody. Like, that's something they've all got to work out amongst themselves. It's the reason why I'm not speaking on it. So, let's see. Ba. Here in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be watching more Frankie Boyle. He's just too hilarious. That's one of the things they got to figure out. I'm not like, want to say, all right, cool. Y'all got to figure out that part of equality that y'all, everybody's going to be comfortable with, because that's what it's going to boil down to at that point. I like the older wrestling, man. Like the new stuff, it's like fucking drama with. It's like soap operas with big ass men with big muscles, or women with big muscles, and there's storylines and shit like that. There's always been storylines, but they've taken it to a ridiculous place at this point. It ain't gonna do no good. I promise you. Oh, I won't. I know we could go there too. Have you been to the U.S.? That's all I'm going to ask. All right. So, I had that video up. All right. I had that video up. I found stuff that I wasn't comfortable with that the person's channel it was on, and I took it down. I could sleep better at night. That's all I'm going to say about it. I see everybody else has done it, but, and even outside of the person's channel, there's stuff that just, yeah, I'm not going to get into that. I've reacted to bog snorkeling. That's on the list. Biologically, like, but see, that's the shit that I do plan on looking at Ronaldo skill video. Let's see, Dinah moved back to Japan. I think Japan would be another cool place to visit. I agree. Cajun country. Let's see. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna tell you what. I've enjoyed this live stream. I've got to start doing this more often. The chicken tikka marsala. That's a national dish, right? Right. I want to try that. I want to try like authentic that, but also I don't see sausage rolls like the sausage rolls that are over there. I want to try those. We don't have those here. I have not watched a whole lot of Formula One, so I'm sure if I watched it, I'd probably enjoy it more than NASCAR, though. Oh, beer festival would be awesome. Thank you. I'm enjoying finding y'all's I say finding. I'm enjoying the comedy that's being taken and recommended to me. Home of the curry. Awesome. I want to try one of those Cornish pastry. All right, look. No more woke stuff. No more left right stuff. All right, because I think the terminology of somebody being woke is absolute utter fucking bullshit. Like, just straight up. I don't care if you're on the left. I don't care if you're on the right. Anybody who takes and labels anybody anything, normally it's because they're triggered by something that the other person said. And normally it's people going, oh, they're woke, they got triggered. But yet the same person that says, oh, they're woke, that person's got triggered, can have the other person say something else to equally trigger them. I think it's a completely divisive fucking term. I don't like it. I don't like that at all. Everybody's got differences of opinions in the way they see things, and that's just how shit is. And all it is whether or not you agree with it. Fucking woke, triggered, snowflakes, all that bullshit. It's all fucking divisive fucking talk is all it is. So y'all can argue that if you want to. I'm just not from, I'll take and just skip right over that comment. That's exactly it. Exactly it. And the funny thing is, it's the middle and lower class on the left and fucking right that are stuck in the middle of the fucking elitists that are taking and dividing them to take and make and say they're fucking left and right. But that's not even look. Thing about it is, it doesn't matter if it's somebody with left leaning fucking saying something that's left leaning or somebody that's saying something fucking right leaning. You're gonna have it brought into anything anyways. It's so take it for what it is and either don't watch it or that's how you take and stop stuff like that. Like for real. My thing is, man, I've seen so much of it here. I've seen so much of it, and you hear everywhere. Like even even fucking ESPN trying to watch my sports highlights at fucking night. It's like, goddamn, can't people just enjoy stuff? Even if they say something that you fucking disagree with, at least appreciate the fucking thought process that went into it. Like, really. Not everything has to be so where it has to be fucking called out. Let somebody have an opinion. Everybody's all like, "Oh, free speech," but yet they want to take and jump on people when they have something, even if it's seen as divisive, they want to jump on them. Well, fuck, they got free speech, right? Well, you people trying to take and call it fucking down or call it the fuck out, like just like I don't disagree with that shit. Like that's the thing I don't understand about stuff anymore. It's a fucking two-way street, dude. They say the same thing over here. Oh, the right, you can't say anything if you're conservative. It's complete fucking horseshit because it's just as much as the conservatives over here want to cry and bitch about how they're being fucking oppressed by the goddamn left. You see motherfuckers on the right do the exact same bullshit, cancel culture fucking stuff that you see people that they accuse people on the left of fucking doing. It's a two-way fucking street. Just nobody wants to be honest about shit. That's a problem. That's exactly right. It's exactly right. You can't take and allow somebody just because they have a disagreeing opinion to you. Not you can't shout them down for that opinion that you fucking disagree with, because then you're trying to take away their freedom of fucking speech just because you disagree with it. And it's fucking bullshit on both sides that they fucking do it. It's like, what the fuck? Chicken. Oh, what is that? What's Vindaloo? Ooh. I'm not arguing this. Like, that's enough of it. I'm not arguing it. If you can't see it, then I'm not gonna make you see it. There's no two ways about it. That's the reason why I stay apolitical. That's the reason why I don't talk politics a lot of times, because you can't convince somebody with a set mindset of something that they can't fucking see. Simple as that. Born a Crime, stories from a South African childhood. I didn't get it for the comedy reasons. I care less what his comedy or what his political or anything else is, which I've watched his comedy. I'm going to disagree with you on that. He is quite funny, but that's a disagreement. However, I didn't get it for the comedy. I got it because he come from South Africa, and he come from South Africa during the time just after apartheid. And I think his perspective and what he's seen during that time, that him and his family had to take and endure, that's the interesting part to me. So like I said in the ride along, stories. I love stories. So somebody's personal story, I'm all about it. I don't find everything he says funny or intelligent, even though I think he's highly intelligent. I don't agree with everything he says, but he's intelligent enough that I want to see what his story is. So, ooh, strongest curry. See, we don't do a lot of curry stuff here. So, every one of my reactions, like I say everyone, like 99% of my reactions come from recommendations within my comments. I was reacting to Grime. I'd been digging it. I'd started doing some gaming. Somebody recommended Al Murray. And I was like, all right, cool. I like comedy. I love to laugh. It's one of my favorite things in the world is comedy. And that's what got me onto the British comedy. That's funny. Let's see. Let's see. Damn. All right, this has been fun. Thank y'all so much for coming in here and chit chatting with me, and this has definitely been fun. I'll start doing this at least once a week outside of like my unboxings and stuff like that. Look, there's a reason why I tell everybody, be good to each other, love yourselves, because regardless of your religious or political standpoint, you still got to be good to each other. If you're taking that stupid stuff, taking getting away of knowing a person and actually knowing that person, that's more on you, and and society is worse because of it. That's one person that you might need that you won't have the opportunity to get help from them if needed, or somebody you won't take and give the help to if they need it. Um, it's That's one of the reasons why I really don't talk politics a whole lot, because it normally leads to those divisions where you don't want to know somebody, and I don't like that. Um, I'm gonna take and going ahead and get off of here. And yeah, motherfucking swear jar. I think I'd fill that thing up pretty quick. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off of here. Thank y'all so much for stopping in here. Um, I'll start doing something like this once a week, or try to. It'll be a little more tricky starting next week after the kids get out of school, but I'm gonna try to do these at least once a week outside of like unboxings and stuff like that. So, as always, y'all be good to each other. Love yourselves. Peace.